A-Star. I am a Leo, and I am a rapper, actor, all around entertainer. So if you like entertainment, if there's a mic involved, if you just need somebody to come do a real nice performance for you, I'm the one you need. So what made me want to get into music was just the fact that I like to entertain. So that is just the number one thing. I've actually had a thing about doing music since I was a kid. A lot of people don't know this. I had a band that I did with my brothers, my sisters, some neighborhood kids. We were terrible. But we had a lot of good times. We put on a lot of shows for all the parents and people in the neighborhood. So I've always really been into music. Anything that's in the entertainment realm is something that I love to do.
It's funny, I can hop round for round, hit deep, big, 6 feet underground.
So if you have ever heard a K-Star track, you probably can pick on who my inspiration is, but I really am a big fan of Trigger, a big fan of Ludacris, Yin Yang Twins, Missy, Cash Doll. I got all the booty shaking music for you, okay?
So I know Sammy, I know Tony. So I'm like, and then I know Alfie. I'm like, this my people. So I'm like, hey, I came to the right corner.
Getting involved, I did feel like, since I didn't start at the very beginning, it was kind of like difficult going into where people kind of already established relationships with each other. They know each other already. Everybody knows my personality is a bit much, and everybody doesn't take it the same way. Either you love me from the very jump, or you just can't stand me.
You mad ass, ugly ass bitch. Oh, stop that.
No,
don't curl me.
We're in the
Please
hotel.
do not touch me.
And I'm okay with it. What you can expect to see from K-Star is me, of course, getting back into the music, and you're going to see me holding a lot of people accountable for backyard stuff that they're doing.
Bitches are on guard because I feel like they trying to get on guard.
Yeah.
Please don't play with me.
I'm going to put everything on the table type of person. Who embodies chasing the most? I would probably have to say Tramiel. Tramiel really does a lot. One thing I know, sometimes I could be sitting, just chilling, relaxing, trying to get my head together, and Tramiel is out filming something, doing something. The least could be so many different answers. Because some of these people I've just noticed that, sometimes if put a camera in their face, they seem to really be getting very busy. I'll probably say Sammy, because he's married. He don't do that much. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy K-Star.
Yes. So as you can see, my next guest has so many layers to him, and I'm so glad that we were able to get a glimpse, and I'm talking about just a glimpse because we just touched the surface of what he's all about. But I just wanted to make sure that I gave my audience a glimpse of who this person is. And mind you, he just came from a regular job too. So on top of everything else he got going on, he just came from work, and he works a regular job as well. So my next guest, I have to make sure that I wear my bra right. So I have so I could present to you award-winning reality TV actor, media personality, executive producer, co-host of his On Brand podcast with Miss JT. Shout out to her. He's also he just finished his first season that he executive produced and starred in, called The Scene ATL. Make sure you check that out. And all of these links are going to be in the description box, by the way. So please make sure that you check him out. Check him out on Chasing Atlanta as well. And we saw some clips of that. Also check his music out. He's also a bomb recording artist as well. So without further ado, I'm gonna present to you and introduce to others Karl, aka K-Star. Here we go. Yes, he is in the building. Yes,
what's going on?
Star in the building. The Star, K-Star.
You better know it. What's going on? Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for being my little piece of platform. I really do appreciate taking the time to do this with me.
Oh, this is great. Yes. I love your interviews.
Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. I appreciate that. And please tell your people to like, share, subscribe.
Yes,
please,
I need more
support. Yeah, I'm trying to get myself monetized over here. So can we
I
please
know
do
that's
that?
right.
Yeah.
We
So
love that. Okay.
yes. So well, before we get into the nitty gritty of things, Carl, I just want to ask you, like, looking at that clip, how does that resonate with you?
um, which one?
I
The
mean,
one that you showed.
we just that I just played.
Yeah, it's just
Mhm.
I mean, that's just me, you know. I mean, it just feels like, I've been it's been a long journey of doing a lot of different things, and just being even here with you and just being able to do like all these different things. It's kind of nice to kind of like be recognized, and people even ask me to, hear what I got to say and things like that. So I really enjoy it, and just, I'll be
Yeah, I've
proud
been
of
looking
the
forward
things
to
I
it.
do.
Yeah, because your energy is always, even from the times I've met you in person, your energy has always been,
Mhm.
very authentic. So yeah, I do appreciate that. So
Okay.
I always like to go into the beginning, Carl. I like to go
Okay.
into the beginning, and I enjoyed, like I said, I always enjoyed the backstories of each person's childhood because
Right.
we all been molded. We all came from humble beginnings, or sometimes we not so humble. Like I said, some people come from, some people come from the hood, or some
Yeah.
people come from the burbs. Some people had to
True.
ration out their food. Some people had bunk beds. Some people had to make pallets. Some people had to use lemon fresh joy as bubble bath. Some people was came from more well to do, where they was transported to and from school, and they had the name brand clothes, and they had luxury of everything. So I mean, what was your background? Did you have a one parent household, two parent, siblings, cousins? You know, like, just give us some of your memories. Give us some of your
Absolutely.
give me some of the things.
Oh, you getting into it now
Yeah,
early. All right.
I
Well,
want to
we're
get
gonna take
into
it
it.
back to like the
Yeah.
beginning. I was born in California.
You was born in
Yes,
okay.
to a two-parent household, my mom and my dad. We grew up, I think my first 3 years of life, I think I was born in California, and my dad was in the military. So we ended up moving to Germany for about 3 years. And after
Nice.
that, we came back to a couple of different bases that we went to, based on where he was stationed at. But we initially ended up landing in Texas, Killeen, Texas. And that's where I grew up, and most of my foundation, my roots were pretty much at me. I have a brother, I have a sister. I'm the oldest.
You the
And
oldest.
yeah, we were there till about maybe I was about maybe 10 or 11. My parents got a divorce when I was about 11.
Mm.
So of course we naturally went our mom. My mom said her kids weren't hood enough. We were like army brat kids. So we were kind of like we were real green when it comes to, I guess black power type deal. We weren't those type of kids. So I grew up in places where everybody of all different races. So all black experience was different for me. But as my mom and dad were both from the same city. So yeah. So after we moved, I think about 11, 12, 10 or 11, we moved to Michigan. And that's
Oh,
where I grew up.
that's where you were raised in Michigan.
I was raised in Michigan.
Oh, what up though?
Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
So
Was it? Oh wait, were you from Detroit or no?
I'm from Muskegon, Michigan.
Okay, where's
So
that?
I always say Detroit because I don't like explaining, but since we're doing an interview, I can explain it to you. So Detroit is on there's the mitten. Detroit is here and Muskegon is here, and they share the same highway right across.
Oh, okay. So it's like a borderline. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So
So it's Highway
all right.
96. 96 it ends 96 East ends in Detroit, and 96 West ends in Muskegon.
Okay. Don't you start,
Yeah.
Roland. Don't
You
you
already know you're
start.
about to start.
You know.
Thank y'all for coming.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So okay, cool beans. And so and I want to talk about your relocation to Atlanta, by the way. But put a
Absolutely.
bookmark that one.
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
we still on childhood. Now you said you're the oldest by how many years?
I am we're stair step kids.
Oh,
One
you said
year. We're all
oh,
one
about
year
1 year.
apart.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay, okay. All right. So oh, you said it's somebody Miss McDade said it was it's country as heck in
She
Muskegon.
tell that's my best friend. Don't pay her no mind.
Yeah, I've
She
seen
likes to
Nikki
bully
McDade,
me.
and I've seen her around.
She's a
Yeah.
bully.
Yeah, so but I just want to get more of your memories though, because I want to
Mhm.
know, what kind of cartoons did y'all watch? And
Oh,
did you have did you have to share the TV? You said that y'all was army brats, so how were you kept grounded? Was your father still part of your life after the divorce? So give us some of that.
right. So growing up as kids, like I said, us being stair step kids, we're all pretty much. I mean, people thought my mom was pregnant. They felt like she was pregnant for 3 years straight.
Triplets. Yeah.
So we're
Yeah.
basically like triplets.
Irish triplets. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, we all pretty much watched the same thing. I think as my little brother, the youngest, he's probably the only one that probably he got in. He was really into anime. So
Ah.
Luckily, animated come on with
Mm-hmm.
the rest of the shows that we watched, so he kind of like had that. That was just one thing he had to himself. But for the rest of us, all three of us, we said X-Men was our thing. We watched the animated series in the 90s. Of course, Animaniacs, Rugrats, the normal stuff that
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that most of us watched it. That as we're all 80s babies, so we all watched the same things growing up. So the Tick, Our Real Monsters, those are some of our favorites.
Yes.
So we didn't really have to do like so. It was pretty easy to share. We only had like of course one TV. Well, we had other TVs in the room, but that was usually for us to like play our video games. But
Okay.
as far as the one the cable was connected to, that was in the living room, and we would sit there Saturday mornings, cereal, and that was pretty much it. So that was great.
Yes.
It was cool at first. I think that been the fact that we all have the same mother and father. They were married, but one thing I think we didn't like is we didn't notice they argued a lot to the point to where sometimes the arguments got real heated. And we were like, most people be like, no, mommy and daddy don't get a divorce, and we weren't them kids. We like, look, I need peace up in this thing.
Right. What was best for you? Like,
don't try that for the sake of the kids thing. If y'all can't get along,
for us, don't do it for us, please.
Because I mean, I don't know about how most people, but as us, we're thinking like, dang, 2 kids. So if daddy move here, mom move here, we got 2 places we can kind of go back and forth to. That's kind of like we was like, clearly y'all don't like each other, and that's fine.
Right.
So don't do it on our account.
Yeah.
Separate. So
I hear an echo, Karl. Do you hear an echo?
Hello?
Do you hear an echo?
No, I don't.
No? Oh man, maybe I may just put myself on mute while you talk.
Is it me now? I don't know.
Testing. Okay, I don't hear it anymore. Okay.
It might be mine. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. No, I want. Oh, you know what? I forgot to ask you if you wanted to stream on your end as well. I'm sorry. Do you want to do that?
No, that's what I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Look, I still got my work shirt on. I literally came right here, sat down, and said, "Click, let's go."
Okay, I just
threw my badge off. Just like, look, let's hurry up.
Wow. We're gonna get into that too. Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, that whole thing. So now I want to ask you. Well, I did ask you already. What was your relationship with your father after the divorce? Was he still present in your life?
Yes and no. So of course, when they got a divorce, there was like this. I would have to say like a child support thing that came on. He stayed in Texas, and my mom she moved us to Michigan. So we'll send us stuff like our birthdays and stuff, and every now and then because he wasn't like he did like always send a car with some money in it. So he was around, but it was like he one of them days like, hey, how you doing? Grade's going right, all right, pretty good. So I think once I got older, well, I guess we're gonna get into that because I'm gonna tell you where things went a little haywire. But like all the way from like when the divorce happened up until I got to high school, it was like a check-in type deal. It was always check-in. I wasn't like a relationship, but it was a check-in type deal.
But I wanted, Karl, can you give your perspective on why you think that was? Because I know a lot of times as parents, and even I'm just kind of exclude the divorce real quick because I'm gonna just give you some real stuff here, some rawness that I don't think a lot of people do. Because when it comes to parenting, we always got to be politically correct when it comes to that. And a lot of times, a lot of us, and I'm not going to speak for your parents. I don't know. I wasn't there, but a lot of times we resent the idea of parenting, even though we have to do it out of obligation.
Right.
Sometimes is something that we're not, really keen on, but we have to do it out of obligation. So do you think I'm just giving you kind of give you a reference point of what I'm thinking here. It don't have to be your situation, but I'm just wondering in your perspective, why do you think your father maintained such a distance, from you, even and despite the relocation stuff, because geographic should not be a factor.
It should not.
Right. So give me your perspective.
Very great question. I actually had to deal with a little bit of that, and some of the same questions I had when I was in therapy that I still need to go back. Shout out to them, but the little time that I was in there, a few years, did help out a lot. So that was one of the things that I think I struggled with in my adulthood, which is why I started therapy. Because I'm looking like I have some deep-rooted issues that I really need to think and really need to tackle, and that was one of them. Why my dad wasn't as private present as he felt like he should have been. But after talking to family members and then getting the background and history, my dad didn't really have a father present in his life, and I don't think he really knew how to be a parent. He was a very young parent, and he's what is he, a boomer? He's born in the 60s. What is that?
A baby boomer?
Yeah, I think he might be a baby boomer.
I think so, yeah.
So affection just wasn't really a thing with them. Like they didn't like to, hug their kids. They didn't want to show, signs of femininity. Like that'd be, you gotta be tough around everybody. Like my dad didn't really tell me that he loved me till I was grown, like 30s grown. The first time I
Go
ever heard my
figure. I
dad
mean,
say
that
that he
I'm
he
saying,
loved me.
Carl, that goes back to I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you see what I'm saying?
You know, I mean, I know,
I know what you're trying to get
yeah,
to.
I'm trying to avoid the offensive part because
Mhm.
that, because you're grown now. So of course that,
Yeah,
that plays a part. But I'm like, wait, but I'm thinking that's what I'm saying. It goes back to the resentment part because it's like, some parents don't want to be a part of the
right,
process when it comes to raising your children. Even though I
right,
understand not having um
right.
that parental figure in their lives,
Right.
I get that. But at the same time, but that does that still mean that you had the desire to be a parent, or you felt like you was put in that position,
Right.
or you were obligated to be a parent? And so once your parents got divorced, I think he felt relief, maybe.
I'm not no see, and that's the thing about because as a
Yeah,
like you gotta realize as a
I'm trying.
kid.
I'm trying to word this. But I can't
No,
help
you're
but be
right.
a
I
little
know
bit.
exactly what you're getting at. But
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
where I have the where I have the issue at is the fact that, like, let's say when they were married and we were under one household, like I was a very feminine kid. So it's like
Okay.
everybody knew I was gay as a kid.
Hmm.
So the person that was the hardest for me about my sexuality was my mother. My daddy never gave me flack about it at
Really?
all.
Oh,
And
wow.
I
Okay.
never knew anything about it. My mother was just like she was one of them I'm gonna beat it out of you type of person. My dad
Oh,
wasn't like that. So even the
mhm.
fact that he was distant, I think it bothered me because of the fact that my dad really was the type of person that really accepted me for who I was, and it didn't really matter. I was his son, it didn't matter. I'm his junior, so it didn't really matter to him. But my
Okay.
mom was just my mom was very homophobic, and I didn't realize
Really?
until I got older what homophobia was till I got older,
It's
and
so
I figured like it
funny.
was my mom,
Yeah.
and I didn't
Yeah,
even
but you know
realize
what
it.
is so funny, Carl? Because I was just listening to a discussion about this same thing. I think it was just today, actually,
Mhm.
about how parents, and I think a lot of times, with the homophobia comes in at when it comes to parents, it's not
Mhm.
directed towards you. It's because they project
Yeah,
onto
they
themselves
project.
because they feel like they did something wrong, or what did I do to make you this way? Why, did I allow you to play with dolls too much, or did I,
Right,
or did I, it's an ego trip when it comes,
right.
and I don't know, maybe that's what it is. Was she one of those parents that wanted to pray it out of you? You said beat it out of you. Did
She
you,
was
you
beat
mean
it
that
out of me.
literally?
Yeah. But yeah, I was out of my entire family, I was the church goer. So I was a kid I went to church on my own, like
Really?
by myself as a
What
kid
made
by
you decide to
myself.
go?
Um, I just thought like I just wanted to get a close relationship to God. I think what happened was I was at the door when I think I was playing outside one day, ran inside. I remember like it was yesterday. I don't know why I remember this. I was outside, went to go get some water because you couldn't run out that many times. So I went in and come out, and I guess when I was coming out the door, two Jehovah Witnesses were outside.
Mhm.
And my mom, I don't think my mom was there because that was a thing back then. And they came to the door and asked me, the famous question, do you know about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? And I'm looking like,
Mhm.
no, not really. And they start talking, and like I'm always been an inquisitive child, so I'm like, well, tell me about it.
You want
So they told
you wanted to talk to
out, yeah. So I asked. Well, you
you
could
want to
tell I
talk
was a
to
kid.
them?
I was like everybody asks about my personality. I've always been a friendly, very can talk
Right,
to anybody type
right.
person. That's as you can see, that's been that way since I was a kid. So as they start talking about it, and they start telling me like stories from the Bible and stuff, and they was like, you know what, we're gonna give you this pamphlet. And how would you like if we stop by here on Sunday or I think it was Saturday,
Mm.
one of them days, and we just talk about it. And then of course, my mama went home. And then one day, I think they came Jehovah's Witness come knock the door, and she doing what most people do, like, don't you answer that though. And I'm like, no, they came here for me. I'm like a 10.
Nobody's home.
And my mom looking like, what? Like, what the heck you mean they coming for you? Like, yeah, I invited them. I talked to them like a couple days ago and I told them to come back so we can have Bible study. She like, you have a Bible study. I'm like, yeah. So I wanted to know. And ever since then, like even we moved to Michigan, this was in Texas. When I moved
Okay.
to Michigan, I just found a church and I used to go on my own. To the fact that my sister started
Ah,
coming with me, my brother, even mama came at least once because she wanted to know you go
like
to
what it's
church
all
like
about.
by yourself
Yeah.
every Sunday. Like, let me go see what this about. Because why are you going here? So
Wow,
that was it. I wanted to put
yeah,
on my
I
suit
like
and tie
that.
and clap my
Yes.
tambourine.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I know it on my own as well. I just started to go. Yeah, so
Yeah.
yes, but thank you for sharing that because
Hmm.
most children don't even think about church. So
Exactly.
give me
Why
your
she
experience.
said
I'm
that.
let's take it there. Like it's just we in the church because because we hear a lot about Black church stuff. But
Right.
I
Uh-huh.
want your direct experience though. Not everybody else is yours. Give
Great.
me your
That's
experience.
great question. So when I did the Jehovah's Witness stuff, it was great, but it was a point where I was like, okay, I'm tired of doing this every Sunday. I was a kid, so like I did it for a couple of months. I'm like, I kind of want to go out and play. I don't do it no more. And it was like, okay, fine. If you want to do it again, call us. let's go. Let's that be it. So when
Oh,
I
good. No
first,
pressure. Good.
yeah, there was no pressure. So they were cool. Two older people loved them down. Don't remember. I remember them like it was yesterday, but I'm sure they passed away by then. They were older when I was a kid. But when we moved to Michigan, I started going to black churches because, of course, this is an all black place, and I went to black churches. And black churches, they were there so long, and I hated that as a kid. So it was this little lady. Her name was Denise Shear. She's a pastor. She had it was called Bethlehem Church, literally walking distance from my grandmother's house. And she was a white, like she would praise the Lord. It wasn't that, white music that you used to hear. It was kind of soulful a little bit. I said, huh. But she was in the hood, so I'm like, that's probably why. But it was just like, it was black people and white people. It was a mixed church. They would literally start at 10 o'clock and be done like 11 o'clock on the dot. If people were going over by at 10:50, it's like clock. We out at 11. You might have a little snack downstairs, and I'll see y'all next Sunday.
Wait a minute, you get no chicken dinner. You ain't get no chicken dinner.
I'm getting there. That came later.
Oh, okay, I'm about to say it's gotta be a big breasted woman somewhere with the meat on the ankles. It gotta be. It's okay.
No, she was running the show at the time, so yeah, you get your little snack and thing, then you go home. I got my Lord for the day, and that was it. But as you know, we start going, the church start building. Then we start getting black people coming in. Black people you got black pastors start guest pastoring, and that's when the chicken dinners and the macaroni and cheese start going on in the basement, and the services got longer. Then we got 2 part 3, and then we had the celebrations. And I say, yeah, I'm gonna have to get out of here. But it's been so nice, but absolutely not.
Yeah,
they were Baptists, actually. They were Baptists.
Oh, because they asked us.
Yeah, they were Baptists.
Oh, Baptist. Okay, same difference.
Yeah,
I
was glad I found a place. I'm like, y'all black people came in and ruined everything for my little white church. Y'all done ruined my little white church. Now they get their tambourines. They got the church choir. So y'all see, look, y'all done turned into a club.
Y'all done
turned my church into a club. I'm like, here we are. I guess.
Right, exactly. But that experience. But what did you? To this day, Karl, what does one of the main key what are the key things that you took from church that you carry with you?
Awesome question. And I think about spirituality. I got a good relationship, like talking to God and stuff in that situation. Like a lot of my friends, they think I'm such a heathen, but they don't understand like how deep rooted in church I was before they met me. So like I did Bible study every Sunday. I just got a relationship with God. I used to literally sit, I pray. I still to this day pray every night. Like, I thank God for everything. I pray over food. Like, I've gotten out of practice as I've gotten older, which is so bad. But as like we're talking about childhood,
it will never leave you. It never leaves you.
Right. It never leaves you. Like when we were talking about, like, I can have some really serious conversations when it comes to spirituality, because you go to so many churches and you get so many different things. Like in my life, I've been through so many different churches throughout my lifetime, and what I've learned is that some churches aren't of God, and I had to learn to have a relationship with Him for myself.
Yes,
because some of these churches they're not here for the Lord. And I had to learn that sometimes.
Yes, you will learn that. That's why, I'm so glad you said that. Build your own relationship. And it's so funny. Exactly. My pastor was just talking about this past Sunday about finding out, using your own discernment, and finding, and getting your relationship with God. You could know God. What did he say? He quoted. It was a profound statement that he made. He said that you can know of God, but not know God. So
exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's important for everybody to get their own relationship with Him. I feel like the relationship I have with God gets me out of a lot of situations. Like I have had a pretty difficult upbringing after we'll get. I'm sure because you've been asking the questions, so I'm sure we're gonna get there.
Yes, we will.
But I feel like God kept me out of a lot of stuff. The reason why I'm still here 40 years later, because I'm 40. So
Amen. I'm true. You better toilet. Listen. All right now. Yeah, but what is your favorite Bible verse?
Actually, it is the Lord's Prayer that I have tatted right here on my arm.
Well, give it to us.
This is Psalms 23. The Lord lies me down green pastures I shall not want. I walk through the valley. That's my favorite one.
That's not how it goes.
Yeah, I didn't read so many versions. Everybody, that's why I got to tell them. I have read King James version. Like every time I do it, it's so many different versions of it. I was like, Green Pastures one. I was going to do. I was like, child, don't ask me to quote. Please, I said. When they ask me, I show my arm. Like, please do not. I do not. Don't ask me for it.
I'm gonna help you out. The Lord is my shepherd.
I shall
I
not
shall
want.
not want.
Mm-hmm.
You're making me lie down in green pastures.
See that one?
You're leading me beside the still waters. Come on. He restores my soul. Come on.
Yeah.
He's leading me in the path of
Hold on, I gotta
righteousness for his
read
name's sake.
it.
Yea, do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death?
Oh, death. Yes,
I fear no evil.
that one.
But thou walk with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me.
See, you better see.
I
You
mean,
know.
God say,
Hallelujah. Somebody
God
say.
has prepared the table before me for
Oh, you know
presence
the
of my
whole thing.
enemies.
I didn't got the whole thing. Okay, I got like the first three.
Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life,
I know
and I
that's
will
right.
dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Ah,
Amen,
hallelujah.
amen,
Okay,
amen, amen,
that's what I'm
amen.
talking about. Look, Nikki, the one Nikki is about all I got. That's about all I know. Walk through the valley of the shadow. That's all I know. But that is
Yeah, well, thank you for ad-libbing. I mean, at least you gave me
yeah.
some ad-libs.
I can be land lib, but that's about it. That's why I said I'm just gonna tat it on there like it's that one. Look, I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I'm surprised I remember it too. So even think of
Look, yeah. So,
yeah,
but thank
but
you
yeah,
for
but
blessing us with that.
yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Well, thank you as well. Thank you as well. So Carl, let's get into the elementary and junior high school phase because we don't
Okay.
talk about it much. And I always tell a lot of my guests that
Yes.
we need to really get
Unpack
into
that.
that because we don't, that's not always acknowledged enough. We don't talk about the
Mhm.
elementary, junior high school because they think high school and beyond is more pivotal. No, the level of
Yes.
self-discovery starts at elementary, junior high because, like I say in my interviews, that we talk about puberty, our hormones, our
Right.
our interactions with other students. We developing our social skills. We humping in the staircase. We're trying to get a feel of not just academia alone, but we're getting into different organizations. We're learning
Right.
more about ourselves. We're getting into like clubs and sports. And so I need for you to give us the elementary and junior high school of it all. What are your memories there?
Memories there was a culture shock for me because of course when we moved to Muskegon, I was like 11, 12. I was actually starting middle school.
Oh, you just
So
okay.
yeah, I was literally leaving elementary and I was starting middle school in Michigan. So it's different because I'm used to seeing
So
black,
what was
white,
elementary school?
Chinese, black as a
Yeah, give
melting
us
pot.
share that transition from us. That's good.
Yes,
That's good.
that's what I was used to. So when I got to
Yeah.
Muskegon, all black, like that's it. And I learned the difference. Mixed
What is
kids. What I've learned is that when you're in a mixed environment, like kids are a lot friendlier. Them
Mhm.
black schools, whew, that was
True.
rough.
I agree.
Oh, it was rough. It was a culture shock for me because I was like I told you about the Jehovah's Witness. I'm Mr. Friendly,
Mhm.
and I got out a lot of that really quickly. I'm in that cover like, "Hi, my name is Karl," and they're like,
Get
"Okay."
out of here. Get out of my face. Like,
Like if you
so,
don't get out my
like
face, I'm gonna
so.
be like, "Huh, this is new." So that was a culture shock. It was different for me. Like and then just a little tidbit. My sister, when we were in Texas, she had a hard time. Like she was bullied with the mixed
Mm.
kids. Like so, she had the opposite. Me, the tables turned. When we were elementary, I was Mr. Popular, and she was the one bullied and stuff. We got to the black place. My sister always been hood. Apparently, that's where she reigned. When she got around all her people, yeah. She was
Oh
Miss
wow.
Popularity after that. Me,
Ain't that
I was the
something?
one having a tough time then because they did not mess with me at all. So yeah,
Yeah,
they just
yeah.
she loved it. But me, I was having a miserable time. Yeah, I was bullied. Then of course I had a little sugar in my tank, so that
Ah.
didn't help out any.
And you know what, Carla? Also think that as we get older, we kind of because we're more more judgy at certain periods
Mhm,
in our lives. But then when we
mhm.
get older, we come to develop the ability to kind of be a little bit more aware.
Right,
And when you talk about those kids that give you the hard time, it's again we talk about projection and
right,
how they it seemed like they had to have all these type of mechanisms. It
right.
depends on who you talk to, how you grew up.
Absolutely.
And these children, they grow up in so many different walks of life, and
Right,
they have these mechanisms. When they get to school, it's like some people experience some a level of freedom when they attend school. Some people experience a level of resentment. Some people experience them lashing out because they can't do it at home. There are certain ways they can't express themselves elsewhere, so they take it out on certain people in school. So I just
right.
wonder, was that the case for you?
Um, I'm assuming so. Like I think like me getting older and having my own therapeutic experiences and doing, like I said, going to therapy myself and doing research, going to college, things like that. I learned some things. Like just I'm like, so maybe, because a lot of that stuff, like you said, it's important that we talk about those moments because a lot of those things can define some of the traumas and some of the things that you deal with as you get an adult. And a lot of people don't realize that a lot of things that set the tone. Because like I said, that was like where my innocence first kind of disappeared. Like it's like
Yes.
I didn't realize where like how I thought everybody was nice. And then when I got here, that was a shock to me.
And
Like
right, you have the right to be naive. You have a naivete,
yes,
so that's a given. You can
yeah,
have that.
they
But
got rid of it right that fast.
What's funny? I don't know if you saw my interview with Scotty by Nature, but
Of course.
so he talked about how he was bullied and like they was really cruel to him. And that's when I asked him, and he admitted that that's why he became so defensive, a lot of times. And that was like, okay, that resonates so much with me because it's like I always have a wall up, and a lot of people always say that you're a sweet person, but you'll let everybody see it. There's a reason.
Right.
Because I'm so fearful that they're going to take my kindness for weakness, and they have. I mean, some of them have.
Right.
I wonder, was that the case with you? You said that because you said your innocence has shifted. So
yeah. So basically, it made me more reclusive. So everybody, like Karl that y'all know now, y'all see how I am now. We'll talk. I guess we'll talk about when the turning point happened.
Yes.
So as you can see, the person that y'all see before me has always been the person I have, but this person went away for some time. And what happened was I kind of got more reclusive. Like I went most of middle school and half of high school, literally going to school, not talking to nobody, going home, and that was it. Like middle school and half of high school, it's just I didn't talk to anybody. Like I would just keep my head down, stay. It was like go to school, stay out of trouble, don't stand out, don't bring any unnecessary attention to yourself. Because it scarred me. So yeah, that's all I remember about those early years. That I just didn't want to say nothing. I didn't share my true personality with anybody until I got to maybe like the 10th, 11th grade. I have a cousin that we were in the same grade. Mind you, we didn't even talk. I had a girlfriend. So my girlfriend was she was close to me.
Okay, I was about to tell you. I was about to ask you that. Did you ever dip into the lady porn? So here we go. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I dated women girls like in I guess middle school and what's called. I guess I didn't really start getting into like girlfriends and start doing more adult things with girls till I got to high school. My girlfriend was like one of my first childhood. We were best friends in middle school, and we ended up dating when we got to high school. I had a couple of friends. Shout out to my girl D. Rashawn who passed away. He was actually one of my best friends too at school. So
y'all grew up together.
We grew up together.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, which then my girlfriend didn't take over whatever. I wish she was here to tell y'all that story because hated her.
Oh wow.
But after that was where a little bit of my comfortability came in. Because she kind of brought it out of me because we could be ourselves around each other. So I was quiet around everybody, but not her. So she knew my personality, but nobody else did. I got family members that really didn't know my personality. Like I said, I had a cousin that was in the same grade as me that she didn't really know either. So as I got doing more activities with my girlfriend, I started going around people and start, letting up a little bit. Then they like, oh, this person, Karl kind of funny a little bit. And I'm like, well, I've been this way, but y'all ain't nobody never took time to ask me. So I guess by mid high school, I opened up some more. So I was like, all right. Then everybody like, you know what?
That usually does happen.
I like Karl. And
that usually does. Yeah. Because that's
where's you been hiding this person?
But hold on to that, Karl, because the high school is another level of self-discovery that we got to get into.
Yes.
It's all about self-discovery now. So now in junior high and around that time, did you join any clubs? Did you play any sports? Did you have any extracurricular activities going on?
So I was in what school? What are we starting at? Middle school. Middle school, I played football. And then when I got to high school, I ran track. And I played basketball. I sucked at that. I was just on the team, like literally. I don't know why. I just did it because to me and my mama told me that's what boys supposed to be doing.
Boys thing,
You gotta do it. I'm looking like, child. I mean, football, I didn't mind because it was shower time. I get to see men naked. That's the only reason why I went, honestly. But I feel like I look cute in the uniform, so that's why I went. But I actually was good at football, so I was and I'm kind of good at it too.
I can't.
Just to be honest, that was the only reason why. Because the fact was, like I said, me being my sexuality I've always known, but of course in in the hood, they can't know that. And then like so I never acted on like I had a lot of fantasies, but I couldn't act on any of them. Like
Right.
I'm like, you got to find a girlfriend. And then the thing is, like, do I even like women? Because I hadn't really I've did a lot of things, but it's like,
Can you?
well, I'm
Okay.
not gonna lie, I say things. I did have sex in
Yes.
5th grade, so that's a
Yeah.
whole
Let us
nother
know because
story.
I was going to say, Carl, give me yeah, because
I forgot
that's
about
very
that.
important. I want to stick with that right there, right? That part right there, because I
Mhm.
want to know, Carl. You know, during the time when you in between, like you saying that you know dated girls, and but
Mhm.
in between, like you just started going into how you were, you know, into fantasizing, and I had your attraction for the same sex. So can you
Mhm.
walk us through your transition? How how did you know, like when did that, you know, that your yearning come for you? Like when did it, how did it come to you? Can you give us a little bit more of it coming
Oh,
out?
yes. Well, that would have to go back a little bit more. I
Okay.
knew that I was attracted to men like probably when I was about maybe 5 or 6.
No, that's
I
okay.
knew.
I figured
So,
that.
but
That's
then when I
normal.
noticed as
Yeah.
I got like maybe say we get about between the ages of 7 to maybe 10, I noticed I just like naked bodies.
Mm,
So
bodies. Okay.
rather like it didn't matter if it was a naked man or I noticed for certain sexes I liked it certain things. Like for men, I liked it the below area, you know,
Okay.
but for women, I had a thing for breasts. So it was just like I noticed that I was like sexually attracted to both. So I didn't really know, and I didn't
Oh,
understand sexuality at that time.
got it, got
So
it.
when I was like in the 5th grade, there was a little fast little girl that she knew all about sex. I don't know what her situation or her story is, but I'm talking about we were talking about sex like in the 5th grade. I was gonna say y'all to watch these kids. They real ahead of
Oh,
themselves.
oh yeah.
Yeah, so if we were
Mhm.
talking about sex, but so one of my friends told us that sex was like, you know, y'all come together, y'all rub on each other, and y'all just like y'all if y'all grind hard enough, that's how babies are born. And we're like, that sound right to me. And her name was, I never forget her name was Destiny. She like, that ain't even how you do it. And she was like, we like, well, she thinks she know everything. She don't know, but she like, I'm gonna show y'all how to do it. So we like had a little went to the playground somewhere after hours. I don't know why. Where were our parents at? And she like, well, I'm gonna tell y'all got everybody drop their drawers. I'm gonna show y'all how this go. And that was my first time having sex.
Wait, so that was your teacher,
That was my teacher,
your
Destiny,
sex ed teacher, right
at
there.
11.
Look at that.
Mhm.
Ain't that about a
Yep,
blip?
11 years old.
Oh,
And it was a girl. And I was like, you know what? It was a great time. After that, I was like, well, huh.
so wait,
So
so wait, hold on, dropping the pants, and then what? What else did she have y'all
she
do?
told me what, you know, she did what she did. She showed me how they work, how everything worked. That was my first teacher. I was 11 years old.
Wow,
So yeah.
wow. That's all I can say is wow.
Yeah. I said,
But
I don't
okay,
know what she
yeah, but
did, but so
yeah,
after that, like
yeah.
being, of course, of having sex at 11. So like I got, oh, I think we said we got to middle school. So we kind of middle school, of course. You know, I'm thinking like this was like, but back when I was in Texas. So you know, this is where I thought all the innocent things were happening there. So of course, when I get into Michigan, where all the black people, they are a lot faster
Oh,
than the
mhm.
ones down there in Texas. So that's when I got this one. Now, I'm going to like 7th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade. So now this middle school. And these girls, yeah, sex is a thing. So it was like,
Mhm.
good thing I had a teacher, Miss Destiny, in the 5th grade, because
Right, because
I could get
you was
there.
prepared.
Yeah. But my girlfriend at the time, she was a virgin. So it was just like,
Oh.
okay. And she was asking me, and I was embarrassed to tell her, like, yeah, I've done this before, but it's like, girl, I want to be a virgin too, like you. Like, no, I'm innocent too. And then I was a big fan of Trina. Trina came out when I was like in the 8th grade.
Okay.
And when I got that album, yeah, it was
Oh
on. Like,
yeah. Oh,
I
that
was
was
really
that
into
was a lot more deeper
it.
sex
Was a
head.
lot
You know,
more
that was
details into it. So
yes,
I got
yes.
really into it then. So me and her stayed together. We got together about 8th grade. I did wait because she didn't want to have sex. She wanted to wait. So when we got to the 9th grade is when she lost her virginity, and we stayed together all the way until right before my 12th grade year. And
And this is the time that you was still, but you was still, your mind was still on the
oh
boys too.
men,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
yeah. Okay.
absolutely. But I was in the hood, child. You walk funny. He gay. I had a
Mhm.
girlfriend. I still had to deal with it. So I just had to know there wasn't. And Muskegon's a small place, so there's not a lot of gay people there. There's like in my time, it was like 3 gay guys that went to the school, and child, we tried our hardest not to talk to each other or be together in any form, way, or shape.
Did she
But
know?
guilty by association.
Did she know?
She actually she didn't. We're getting to that because she
Okay,
did not
okay.
know. Like I had a lot. By the time I got to the maybe say the 10th grade, I had a lot of female friends. 'Cause of course, we didn't stay together the entire time through that time. So by that time, me and her broke up. I had a lot of females that liked me, and I entertained them
Mm,
all. So, like I said, I think I had a bisexual stage where I liked it to have
yes,
sex, and
yes.
I did like women. Like you had a nice butt and some titties, I was there. So, and you said come over, we finna have sex, I was coming.
But I want to call because it's so crazy because I'm starting to really realize that a lot of women they don't mind a femme guy,
I
because you
think
said you
what
were
it
femme.
was is that the fact that we come off because a lot of us, you gotta know how gay was looked at back in those times. So
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
us put on, like I be saying when they be talking about in our lifestyle, they talk about the trade and these guys, they want guys to be so masculine. The ones of us that grew up in those towns where we had to put on, we can give y'all trade and we can give y'all masculine energy all day long because we had to do it to survive.
Right,
Which is
true.
why
True.
I lean more into some of my feminine energy now because of that.
Mm.
That was like so traumatic to just you had to walk on eggshells every
Yes.
freaking day. But the only advantage that is because the gay in me, I treated women better than my straight male counterparts. They treated women like bitches and hoes. As a gay man, I was a gentleman, and my mama
Yeah.
raised me right. And she
Right,
always
right.
right, even though I knew I was gay. She always say, "You get a girlfriend, you open doors, you buy flowers, you do this, you yes, ma'am." She taught me that, so she instilled in me how to treat ladies, like how you love to see how I'm treated, right? I'd be like, "Yeah, well, you need to make sure your girlfriend treated just like you want somebody to treat your mama." Things like that stuck within my head.
Right.
When I
Okay.
got girlfriends, I treated them like that. I was a buying flowers type of guy in like ninth grade, and everybody looking like that.
Mhm.
Like other guys, like that's corny, but the girls that
Right,
was like
right.
the thing. So I got the most butt out of everybody.
Oh.
So I mean that's
Okay,
what it was.
understandable. No, you had the most charm. So
I
shout
had
out
the
to
most
mom for
charm.
that. For
Yeah.
those values, for instilling those values in you. Shout out to her for that.
Shout out to
You
mom for
know.
that.
So now, when it came to the guys though, like, how did you treat the guys?
I had like all my friends, of course, were straight.
Mhm.
It was different because to get around and we talk about girls, which was fine because I mean I was into it, but it was still like it was different because it's like I had a girlfriend. I was, as the guys would say, fucking all the hoes,
Mm.
but I knew I liked me. Like my friends were fine. So I was be around them like, and we have, of course we having sleepovers and stuff, and I'm looking like, oh, please don't show that you like anybody in
Yeah,
here.
don't
Like
get. Yeah, I don't want to rise. Don't get a
I don't
rise
want
out of
to
me.
rise up in
I
here.
don't
So
want to rise.
it was always frightening. Like,
Wow.
what they gonna know if something happens? That's the school. Everybody gonna know. And I got a girlfriend. It was so much going on. Like it was a
Wow.
battle.
I can
School was hell
imagine.
for me. I couldn't wait for that shit to be over with.
Yeah, are you able to read the comments, Carl?
You said read comments?
Are you able to? Are you able to read
Yeah,
them?
I'm looking at them. Mhm.
Okay.
I'm looking
Yeah,
at
I
Nikki.
want you. Yeah, I want you to look at with McDade.
Yeah, Nikki, that's like my best. Nikki's like my sister, so it's just
Yeah.
like that's
Mhm.
always how it is. I do that with trans women, cis women. It's been my mama and taught me that. So one thing I say, even though she was mean as hell, she did instill that into me, like to treat women like with respect. So I've
Respect.
always been that person.
I love
No
it. I love
promise,
it.
but
Yes. Right. Right. No. Right. Yeah. You have boundaries now. I mean,
I
hey.
have boundaries.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely. But I
respect for the
love
women
that.
has always been a thing. Protect women,
Yes.
always been a
Yes.
thing.
So so that brings me to something right there because you see there's a difference between dynamic between
Next, I'm doing an interview. Please, could you sit down, please? My dog is
the
doing
dog.
he is
Oh.
doing the most. Hey,
Oh.
honey. Okay, I'm doing an interview. Please stop. Get down.
Oh, well, they don't care about that. It's all about them. It's all about
Yeah,
them.
sit up here. Come on, because you want to
Mhm.
be near. Yeah, sit around. Sit down. Great. Now
Mhm.
you can hear. All right, go ahead.
No, because because it's been a lot of talks about like the dynamic between straight women and gay
Mhm.
men
Yeah.
versus straight women and straight men, and it's such
Right.
like, can you give us your perspective on why is it that we have um such a more rapport with gay men versus straight men,
What I found
when it comes
out.
to, especially straight women, heterosexual women.
Yeah, heterosexual,
Yeah.
cisgender women and gay men are like yin and yang. And from what I found at a very young age, we fuck the same men.
Hmm.
So that's how a lot of bonds started with some of my female friends. Like you're the gay one around. Like this when I got older, came out and I identified as a gay man. They sit around my homegirls, we talking, they showing pictures like I'm messing with this dude. Let me show you what he looking like. They pull out the picture, I'm looking like, bitch, me too. Yeah, that's who you talking to. I was with him last night. So it's just like, and I feel like I do feel like women do feel safer with gay men. Gay men are protective as I don't know what. One thing we
Yeah,
don't do, we gotta fight because I know stereotype of like in the 90s, gay men just have on little half shirts. They was real feminine. They be
yes.
snapping their fingers and they
Mhm.
always like, it's somebody want to fight. When I got around the gays, that shocked me. All the mugs is like 6 feet tall, beard,
Yeah, don't
musculars,
get it twisted.
and they will
Mm.
whoop
Yes.
your ass. And I
Yes.
did not know that was a thing.
Yes. Oh, yes.
It was a shocker to me. I was like, these
still
are
men.
some burly men.
They
That will
still
beat
men
you
at the end of
up
the day. Yeah,
with
they
their
still
heels
men.
though.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that was a thing. So I think, and I think a lot of women know that. So like me, I got to a fight. Somebody said something real derogatory about my homegirl, D. Rashawn, rest in peace. And yeah, rest in peace. I went and seen about that man. Sure did.
Absolutely.
Not my
So
girl.
I wonder why I want you to also give your perspective, and we're going to shift into high school. I want to know in your own perspective, because I think I touched on this in one of my reaction videos with Tafaki Dineva's commentary. And I was saying about how a lot of times it's like a lot of women, they give a lot of gay men passes for saying certain derogatory things towards us. Whereas straight men are not allowed to. Like straight men are not allowed to call us bitches
no
at home.
bitch. Yeah.
All this other stuff. There's certain ways, certain lingo that they're not able to use. So why is that? Why is it that men has the space to do that? Is it because it's the context of it?
Maybe it's two things. I think it's the context of it, and you got to realize when you're dealing in the LGBTQ community, we have our own lingo. And our lingo, like early, because we don't get into something different. We start going in like 2015 on up when the world started changing with the pronouns and the them and days, because that was a completely different thing. When I came from in the early 2000s, like I'm sure people that grew up in that were gay in the early 90s can attest. The only thing, everybody was bitch and girl, so it didn't matter what your gender, sex.
Fish nowadays is offensive now. I didn't know fish.
Yeah, and fish was always the thing. It was always like a code, like, oh, that's real fish
term, and I'm like, so when I heard that whole fish conflict, I'm like, that's a conflict about fish. I mean, I've always,
so fish was like a term that's saying that you like you really feminine, like you like
that was a term of endearment. I never known for it to be a derogatory term.
It never was, because we use it
now.
We use it with each other, so it's just like if the guy's real feminine, like, oh, she's feeling real fish today. So it's always been a thing. So then when you see a cisgender woman, it'd be like, oh, that's the real fish.
That's real fish.
So we actually use fish for us. But when women come in and be like, oh, that's real fish. So it's like that's how the term came from. But it's like I've been telling everybody, a lot of things and a lot of arguments and debates can be avoided if people just educate themselves. Because sometimes it's not that you're transphobic or homophobic, you're just unaware.
Yes.
And that's just it. And because the reason why I can say that proudly, because I used to be that. I didn't get any of it. I'm thinking like fish. I'm like, are we talking dinner? They like, girl, please. And I'm like, there's no women in here. What is going on, bitch? God. Why are you calling me a bitch? Why are you so angry at me? I'm confused. So I had a friend that had to take me by take my hand with a napkin in between and say, hey, let me tell you the terminology and what community you're in so you would get it. And I think when it comes to cisgender women that's in our space and have gay friends, of course we do the same, like I do, like Nikki, like that's my girl. I let her know, and when she does something she don't get, she asks. So we kind of had that dynamic. So if you hear her, she'll be like, she'll call me, she'll be with her husband, she'll be like, what's up? And she'll be like, what's up, bitch? And he's looking like, well, who you calling a bitch? And it's like, oh, it's Karl. Oh, okay. Because that's how we talk to each other.
Right. They already
know. Like, that's how we talk to each other. So that's more just like culture. Gay, we have our own culture as well. So that's all
absolutely.
It is. And straight men are sometimes the issue with cisgender women and the LGBT community, because they make it hard for both of us. So
it's
I guess trauma is why we bond so well. Trauma by the same group.
Exactly. And that's why it's such a divide, and it's like, we need to end that. But I thank you for sharing your perspective on that. So it makes sense.
Absolutely.
So now, I mean, we dipped into high school a little bit. So give us more about high school and give me your self-discovery. Start with your self-discovery in high school.
High school is where I got more comfortable with myself. So like sometimes, like I always tell people, they'll be like, well, Karl, you be so loud all the time and you just be so crazy. People don't understand that I'm like that because I'm never loud right off. Because of that time period from middle school and half high school where I said recluse, that was a skill that I learned that I knew that I could use later. I didn't know at the time, but I found out it was a skill. Me being reclusive, I could use that skill later in life to just really assess situations. Because one thing they say, my mama always told me as well, you got to watch the ones that quiet, because the ones that's quiet see everything. They're listening. And I learned at that time, I listened to a lot. I know everything. So as I got that, I started noticing people. I'm like, oh, when I noticed as I gotten older, everybody has something. Everybody's nervous. We all thinking the same thing. Just people just do it differently. So I've noticed confidence was key. So as I got older, I was like, you know what? Confidence is key. When I exuded that confidence, I got more popular. I got louder. I got more vocal. And we got to my senior year. I made my homecoming court. I was one of the most popular people in high school. So yeah, it worked out. Me and my ex, of course, she's my ex-girlfriend at the time, but we ended up getting engaged my senior year because we were both going to the same college and we were going to go to college together, get married.
That high school sweetheart, that puppy love.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like, because mind you, as I got like, I was a real chubby kid. So when I got to about maybe 11th grade, I had dropped all the weight. So. But I was like I'm I'm not small now, but I was like maybe 30 pounds smaller than I am now, which is super small. I was really skinny, and I mean, they liked it. So I start getting them. So some of the guys, either the DL men, and some of the gay guys start taking notice, and all of a sudden, I was popular with the men and the ladies. Now you realize I've been put on this straight thing for quite some time, and then all of a sudden now. Yeah, men are getting interested now, and then that's when I noticed. Like I was like, okay, men are getting interested now. Now I'm battling now, like what's happening. But what ended up happening was the bond that me and my ex-girlfriend had, whether I was attracted to men or not, it was in love with her. So it didn't matter what I was. I could have married her and been fine with her. The problem The problem with ended our relationship was the fact that because I got more popular and because I did, I guess, get cuter, she thought that all the wanted attention was gonna make me leave her.
Oh, you was feeling yourself. She felt like you was feeling yourself in that.
I was feeling myself, and nothing. The relationship between her didn't change. It's just the fact that my relationship with everybody else changed. So she's used to having me by herself, and it's just me and her. And now everybody want a piece, which I mean was cool, but I'm a loyal person. Yeah, I still was with her, but we came to find out later that she was undiagnosed bipolar. It wasn't just like she was upset; it's like she was crashing out, and I did not understand what was happening.
It became the manic thing.
Yeah, we didn't find it out, but we found. We'll get to that, but we found it out like years later. Because mind you, we ended up breaking up, but we still remained cool. Because like I said, we broke up in high school, but we still ended up going to the same college. We just wasn't together, but we did find out that she was undiagnosed.
Right. Yeah. So I can imagine at that time
crash out.
Explosive.
Crazy.
What high school did you go to, by the way?
I went to Muskegon Heights High School.
Muskegon Heights High School.
Muskegon Heights High School.
Oh, okay. And so when you so now you started to become more into yourself. So is that when you really met Karl, the person?
That's when I started. So yeah, after that, me breaking up with my girlfriend, graduating, I was looking for a new chapter because I'm like, at the end of the day, I've been with a lot of women at this point, and it's like I'm at the point now that because I was like, me and her, we were together through high school, but we had a lot of on and off.
Off and off.
I dated a lot of women, so it wasn't just her, but she was the one. She was like my main. But by the time I got to college, I'm looking like I know I like men. But I've not been able to fully explore it. Now I'm not gonna say I had a couple of little run-ins from out of town, little summer camps back in the day. I might get a run in here, run in there, but I hadn't been able to explore it like I want to explore it. So when I got to that freshman year, I think it was like I was 18.
So you were straight to college?
Yes, I went to Michigan State University.
Okay.
So I said, you know what? I'm grown. I'm on my own. I don't nobody know me. The first my friends like, where we going to go? Where we going? I'm like, a gay club. I need to go. I need to explore this thing. I ain't got no girlfriend no more. And right now I want to explore.
Like, what is this all about?
I want to know what it was about. So yeah, first one I went to, we went straight to Detroit, and maybe that's where I was at from 18 all the way until I moved here. I was in Detroit, and yes, I went full throttle after that. It was just after that.
Okay, that was like it was full blown.
Yeah, it was no turning back after that. I said, I like this.
Because like once you went there, you ain't want to go back. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
And the love that I was blessed with when I got there, they treated me like I was Beyonce herself when I came. I said, "Oh yeah, like they liked me, but ain't nobody liked me like this. This is different."
Yeah,
Oh
okay.
yeah, because
So
I would go. Of course, I didn't realize. Realized later that's just a gay community and it's very small. And everybody knows
Right,
each other. I was fresh.
right.
Didn't know that at the time, but it did wonders for my self-esteem at that time.
Okay, yeah, that confidence factor did kick
Oh,
in.
it was
Okay, I
nice.
did that.
It was
So,
nice.
Carl, what did you study in college?
I was criminal justice actually.
Oh, really? What you aspire to be?
You said what? I
Did you study?
actually I wanted to, but I started when I first got there. When I first got there, I was a med student. I went to osteopathic medicine
Mm,
because I was the dirt register of my class. I did the program at Michigan State for the summers. It was like a 3-week
wow.
program where we would work on cadavers, we would study medicine, things of that nature. So I thought I wanted to be a doctor. I got that schedule, and I said, we might need to try something else.
It's not working for me.
This ain't working for me. And mind you, I didn't even get. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't even give it a shot because, mind you, I was already doing math. I like math, but it's not like a. It was like it's not. I wasn't like it didn't come easy for me. Like
Right,
I
right.
literally had to work at math. I could get it and I could make sure the grades were great, but it wasn't. It didn't come natural to me like everybody else did. And then like when I said I struggled with it through high school, but I always had an A. I had an A all the way through. But the work I put into, but it was high school. But college is different. Like, I don't want to put that same effort into it. I didn't have teachers on me about it because college, you get your free will to do what you want.
Yes,
And it's
yes.
like, I don't have nobody on me like that. I'm pretty much grown. I can do what I want to. I don't think I want to go this hard in something right there. And I'm really not as passionate about it as I thought I was. And what I learned is the reason why I thought I was passionate about it as I thought, because everybody else thought I was so smart and they wanted me to be a doctor.
Oh,
Never did
okay.
I stop and think, is that
Mhm.
something that you actually want to do, or are you just doing it because everybody
Right.
wants to? And
Okay.
that's what it was. Now I'm gonna back up just a smidge because people don't know a lot of stuff that happened. My mom got diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia when we
Mm,
left Texas after the divorce. So
wow.
she was able to maintain like us for till maybe about, let me see, I probably was like in the 8th grade. She's made to maintain a household until she just couldn't do it. So
Mm,
we had to go stay with my grandmother, and my grandmother was a different breed. Like she didn't want, she would like buy food, we couldn't touch it. Like basically watch that TV, use that sink. That's it. That's all. And it was me and my sister. My brother hightailed it and went to Texas where my daddy was at. And we were like, we were army brats. We didn't want to keep moving around all the time. So we've like, I need somewhere where we can call home. And we've been here. We'd already been in some years. We need to set roots here. And we gonna do it by any means necessary. My mom had a mentor. She wouldn't like. She ended up leaving. Like drop when we got evicted from the house. Like I think in the 8th, 9th grade. She just packed up, got on the bus, packed her little pole, and she left. So we
mm,
don't know where she went. So it was just us there,
wow.
and it was me and my sister. I ended up getting a job down the street at
But
Hot Now
she just
Burger.
left y'all?
She just left us. Yeah.
Oh,
So my sister, we moved to our grandmother's house, and it was just me and her. Like, okay, I'm gonna go get a job at the Hot
you
Now
got to fend for
Burger,
yourselves.
and we got to fend for ourselves. So that's why I did. So how I
Wow.
got money to get the foods, and my grandmother didn't really want us eating nothing. I just said, well, let me go get us something. And if I couldn't, I'm not really know that much about shopping that much at the time. So I'm like, I'm working at Hot Now. Me and my sister will be eating burgers every day. So I would get
Mm,
different things off the menu, and then I just bring them home so me and her can eat. And then we'll get our, mind you, we didn't have to go, we didn't catch no school bus because school wasn't that far. So we had to
right.
walk. So those dynamics played a part in the midst of everything else that was happening. Why it
Got
seems
you.
like I was going through with so much other stuff. It was those things too. Because it's like we were fending for ourselves. As you know, in school, it's a fashion show. What you gonna work, but you gotta realize we have to buy our own clothes. So they had TJ Maxx and stuff. Then we used to go pick out clothes, me and my sister, and we had to. Luckily, then they had layaway. So we
Yes.
used to do that, and then we used to take our checks, and that's how we used to get our school clothes from TJ Maxx, and we bought it
Wow.
ourselves.
Wow. So
So
you, I mean, so you really held it down, Carl. I mean,
yeah.
just and so and okay, so I'm glad you got back to that because I wanted to know because I know a lot of men that I interview with, they have to take on that father figure
Mhm.
role. They have to care for their siblings, and they
Right.
have to kind of fill in the void that the parents left.
Right.
And so again, I'm wondering, and honestly, I need you to be honest with this one, Carl. How resentful and angry were you at your both of your parents at that time to put you in that position?
It was more so the fact, like, I think that's another thing that really made, like I said, now that we're talking about it, and like I said, I actually
Right.
talked about this in therapy as well, which probably set the tone for how I am in relationships and how I am with people in general, because it taught me then to, I was around people, able-bodied adults that knew this. Like me buying my own clothes, me, my sister, not really eating that much, us not having much. There's able-bodied adults that knew this, and nobody said anything.
Nobody's.
One of my aunts knew it, and she contacted my daddy and was like, "Yo," like she told him what happened, but that was about as far as it went. And then when my daddy didn't initially say, "Okay, we need to go here," the only thing he say, "Well, they can pick up and come to stay down here." And it's like, we've been moving around all our life. We don't want to. So I say, do we come down there and just start over just so we can be protected, or we learn to fend for ourselves? I'm like, and mind you, things going on with my mom, me and my sister just came to the conclusion, like, we're almost done with high school. We might as well, like, just
wing it out.
Just wing it out. So I'm like, if nobody's going to help us, which was shocking, because all our family, my daddy's side of the family there and my mama's side of the family there. So we looking like, can't get help from nobody.
No support.
So we just said, you know what, it changed something in me. So just like the fact I was like, you know what, like Miss Senator said, I had to grow up quickly. I just, like, after that, I just said, you know what, nobody's gonna get it. I'm not gonna get anything unless I go get it myself. I knew it. And that's how it changed something in me, to where the fact when things went wrong, I just did things by any means necessary.
So you got into survival mode real quick. Right. You go into survival mode, and so that's why I'm like wondering, Karl, was there a time where did you ever have the conversation with your parents about how you felt about this and all that's been going on? And was there a time where you had the ability or in the process to heal from that, forgive them, and also hold them accountable at the same time? Did that happen at all?
Great question. After I graduated high school, because one thing, I had to go to Michigan State. Michigan State is in East Lansing, Michigan. So now the fact I have how I'm gonna get there, I had to pay some man that I've never met 50, I think it was like $50 for him to pack up everything I have in a van and take me to Lansing. All my family's here with Karl.
A random man? Some
random man. I to this day don't know who he was. I just picked some random man and paid him. Mind you, when while you get in college at the age 18, you got to do a whole lot to go independent. So I was calling the schools, applying for scholarships, all that good stuff. I was calling schools pretending to be my mother. Mind you, she filled out my FAFSA, I don't know, long time ago. I had kept it so I could have their socials, and I would tell them like, "Oh, this is my social, this is my birthday," and I would change my voice and pretend like I was them. So that's how I got even into school. So when I got to college, my freshman year of college, like I told you, my mom left. We don't know where she went. I guess for some odd reason, she found out I was in Lansing. Showed up at my dorm room. I have a roommate. I'm like, hello.
Hi. I mean, how did you get here?
Like, what do you want me to do here? And she needed a place to stay. And I'm looking like, I'm in a dorm. So I went to go talk to them and see if I can get out of the dorm and go get me an apartment. And of course, you got to be there a certain amount of time to qualify to give on campus apartments.
Right.
And I told them the situation, the circumstance. They allowed me to, do it. Go ahead and get an apartment. And I got an apartment, and me and my mom was in there. So after a while, I went and did that. Of course, like I said, she's got paranoid schizophrenia. I did all of that. And I think she may have stayed there maybe 2 months. And then she got up and put the stuff and she left again. So we didn't really have that conversation. So my dad was the type of person, like, he would just send me like a check, like from his checkbook, and be like, if you need something, just write the amount in there and you can get it. So it was just like, okay. But me, I was already raised that like, y'all wasn't really helping me at all. So I don't really want the help now. So I'm gonna try to do it now. I'm gonna try to do as much as I can without the help. So when times got really, really tough, I'll be like, all right, let me use a check. I'll write $100 in there. Then he'll call me like, you wrote $100 on that check. Why you do that? To the point that when you didn't yell at me for it.
You told.
So after that, he stopped sending them. And then when he did send, after he got mad because I think my aunt customer was like, nigga, he don't have anything. You literally all he got right now. So you shouldn't be yelling at him about stuff. And I'm like, you know what?
And he offered it to you.
You offered it. I'm your son. The oldest, the first one in the family to go to college, you would think. But at the end of the day, I said, you know what? Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Keep it. So he would send them. I wouldn't cash them. I'm like, I'm not even gonna do it. Like that taught me to just fend for myself.
So that's where the resentfulness
that hurt the fact because now because of that, I don't like asking for help even when I need it.
Right.
I could be a rich kid right now. I wouldn't ask anybody for anything. because
Yeah.
it taught me early on that if I need it, you're gonna offer it, and then you're gonna find a way to throw it back in my face later.
Yes.
I'm all
Yes.
right.
Mm-mm.
I went to therapy,
I'm the
and
same
that's
way.
one thing that still ain't changed.
Wow.
One
Yes.
thing
Yes.
still ain't changed. Even at Nikki knows. Like I would, she was like, "Are you sure?" Because I would be in here dying. Nope, I'm
Yeah,
good.
right. So before we go back into the college part, Carl. So now
Mhm,
I want to establish. So since you mentioned that you never had the opportunity to go
mhm.
through that healing process with your parents, but you did it individually with therapy. So
Yes.
that's a good thing, Carl. So I wanted to touch on that real quick because I want to kind of get to where you are right now with that, like because I know a lot of times when we the process of forgiveness is different for everyone. So
Right.
I want to know, like, what can you take us a little bit, give us a little bit of cliff notes of the process of what it took for you to forgive your parents. If you, I don't know if you're there yet, because it takes
Oh
time.
yeah, I
I
can
don't know
tell
if
you.
you're there.
Yeah, things have
Okay.
changed. So,
Yeah. So right. So I want to know, but this, I'm sorry, this is multi-layered here. Yeah. So
yeah.
I want to know what your process of forgiveness looks like. Just
Mhm.
kind of bullet point that, and give us a little bit more about your healing journey and what mental health really means to you.
Um, very good question. The healing journey is, I would say, present day. Just to
Yes.
give a cliff notes of this story. After all of that debacle with the checks and stuff, I didn't talk to my dad like at all after that. So I hadn't talked to my dad. Like I would talk to him maybe once, maybe twice a year. All the way until I turned about 30. So this was in my early, I've been like 21,
Mm,
22. So I
mm,
didn't really talk to him. That I really all that was off. My mom at this point in time. So mind you, I talked to him again. Um, oh, how old was I? I might have been 20. No, I did talk. I talked to him once because the recession hit in 2008. And I had a good job. College was going well, but I needed to, we all got laid off. Everything happened,
mm.
recession 2008 was really bad. So that's how I ended up in Georgia. So I
Okay.
came to Georgia in 2008. Didn't know the recession was worse here. So it was worse here.
Mm,
So that's when I hadn't talked to my daddy probably in about 3 or 4 years. So that's when I had to call him and say, "Hey, is there anything jobs in that area that can hire? Because I need to work. Like I've been out. It's bad out here." He's like, "Well, my job, I work at the prison and they're hiring." So I told my
mm.
friends, 'cause I was like six of my friends. We all had got laid. We all working the same job. We all
Wow,
could not
that's
find one.
crazy.
So that's why I said we packed up. We came down to Texas and we all started working at the prison. And then after in the midst of that, like I said, I haven't seen my mama since the first time she came here. But
Right,
guess who
right.
popped up in Texas? My mother.
How the heck she be finding you? I
Yeah.
mean, she like the Phantom. Like, how the heck
Yeah.
she be finding
Now,
you?
keep in mind, at this time, I don't know how she keeps finding me, but my dad, in the mind you, this is my coming out when my dad found out I was gay too, because his wife at the time was his girlfriend. She has daughters around the same age as me. They thought it would be nice to out my daddy and tell him it was gay, because of course one of the friends that was with me was my boyfriend at the time,
Okay.
and they went to decide, oh, my daddy, and then my daddy pulled me to the side and had a conversation like, is this your boyfriend? Or are you gay? And that's how my daddy found out I was gay. And we had a
Mm,
conversation, and that's what kind of brought our relationship past the other stuff that happened. And he was
okay.
like, okay, well, whatever. And yeah. So after that, me and my daddy got somewhat of a bond, but like I told you earlier, that thing about my daddy not being affectionate, that never really changed. So like I said, I didn't really get a little bit more affection from my dad till he got older. So but I don't think the affection that I'm talking about probably didn't come to, I was like maybe 30. Yeah, probably about 30, between 30 and 35, and I seen a little
Yeah,
bit
you
more.
already adult. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was already an adult by then. But
Mm-hmm.
at this time, you talking about I'm like 25. So at this, I think 24. I was like 24. So my mom had moved. I got her an apartment in Texas, but we found a job in my boyfriend at the time. He got robbed at gunpoint in
Mm,
Texas. So we packed up all our stuff and we left Texas. I said,
mm-mm.
well, we're gonna go back to Georgia and try it again. Went to Georgia, got jobs, had a friend that we knew that lived there. He
Why
had an
Georgia?
apartment. Yeah, Georgia was where I want to go. Georgia was like gay haven. I didn't feel comfortable nowhere else because I lived, of course, Detroit was where we were always at. And Detroit is not safe for pretty much anybody. Gays, absolutely not. So I was like, I don't want to leave. And then I hated Michigan. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not going to Michigan. I'm not going to Detroit adjacent, which would be Chicago. Ohio sucks. So I said, I went down. We used to visit Atlanta for like every spring break, Christmas break. And Atlanta was a good time. I'm talking about a damn funky good time. So I said I would want to live here. So that's why we were so determined to get here. And then like gay people, I just felt safe in as a gay person in Atlanta. So when we moved there, the second to go around, which was 2010, that's when things start working out. And I've been here since 2010. I've been here since
Okay.
2010. And
Okay.
yes, my mom had, mind you, I think 2011, my mom got kicked out of her apartment in Texas. And guess where she shows up?
Right at your doorstep.
Georgia. I'm like, where are you getting this said money from to do all this traveling?
Right.
That Greyhound bus up. So after that, I said, you know what? I need to get something. My mom has a mental disability. I need to get her here with me. She needs to stay here. And I took care of my mom from 2011 all the way into 2000. I think what was that? 2017, and she died in 2019.
Oh, so sorry.
Yeah. So
Wow.
my dad, we have a better relationship, and now he gets those things when I could call him. It's like, I ain't heard from you. I could drop dead. You don't do all this. Now you're 60 something, and all of a sudden you're worried.
Right now you were. I mean, yeah. What happened to all this? I mean, now you want to be.
I mentioned something earlier about like when I told you me and my sister were fending for myself, and I said I had a younger brother that said he wasn't fending for himself. He going to stay with my daddy. That my daddy raised him all the way to high school. My little brother has been in and out of prison and is currently in prison since then.
Oh wow!
So the only child that he really had, my sister,
something.
Yeah. So my sister is doing pretty well off. So my brother has kids, and he was taking care of the kids, and he kind of asked my sister to adopt them, and he always asking her to like help with it and money, and she said my sister barely talks to him at all. So the only child that my dad has out of all his children that still talk to him is me.
Wow, ain't that something?
Ain't that something? Funny how the tables turn.
That's just funny, right? You know, shout out to Monica, right?
Yeah. Funny how the tables turn. Yeah. So
right.
So now he's looking like, why you don't reach out? I'm like, nigga, the other kids ain't calling. The one calling,
I mean,
1-800 prison number calling for
commentary. Understand? And you know what, Karl? And it kills me. And I just, as I get older, and I know the parents and the sense of entitlement that they have, I'm like, you could just be distant from my life, not present in my life, and then you don't pop up or you don't show up for me until I get older, and I'm supposed to just treat you the same way as if you were a part of my life, as you was an active part of my life.
Come on,
because you're my parent. Because
they have
this entitlement without the accountability, and I don't like that at all.
But even you're in that statement that you're making. What I've noticed is some of us have lived so many of the same lives, which explains why millennials are the way they are and why we have the Gen Z is the way they are. Because we were determined not to put the same trauma on the next generation like what was told upon us, which is why they so with these them days and fluid, gender fluid, and do what you want, be who you are, get consent, all this other stuff. And I'm like, I get it because it is a lot. But to me, on the other hand, because I know how we were raised, I get it. We were raised it wasn't enough rules. It wasn't enough. But it was enough right way of doing things. Yeah, I feel like while we're here now, hey, Ken.
Yeah, the structure have to be there. The structures have to be there. But I'm just saying about how these parents have this sense of entitlement to where they feel like they're supposed to just everything's supposed to just fall right into place whenever they feel like when it's convenient for them. And and I'm okay. But before we get, I want to know, like, before your mom passed, you said that you had to care for her, and I know what was that. First of all, a two-part question. What was it like caring for her, and as far as with the mental illness, and then did you, while you were like kind of, bonding with her again, what was that like for you, being that y'all had the type of relationship that y'all had? Like, how did it improve, or like did y'all have like how did the relationship go before she
It really wasn't. My mom's mental health had really much pretty deteriorated by that point. So normal conversation, just something we never really had. It was always her talking about a land that she created. She owned something. She was like queen of the Nile. It was always something crazy. So my only thing I was really trying to do was try to keep her safe to where I knew she was. Now, at the end of the day, like I said, I was I didn't finish college. So I was planning on going back, but my mom's here now. So it's like I can barely take care of myself. I have to take care of her. I don't have any help. Everybody knows that I take care of her. Everybody knows that I can't take care of myself, and they know I can't take care of her. But nobody offered to help. Nobody. So it was
Yeah.
kind of like therapy. I think I got in therapy in my 30s because, mind you, this is my 20s leading up to my 30s because I carry so much resentment. Like a lot of people in my family did not talk. They
Yes.
didn't talk to my mama for years, and they didn't talk to me for just as long. I didn't talk to hardly anybody because it's like
Mm,
I'm struggling. Like it's been a struggle. Like
mm,
people don't even understand like how bad, like where I say I feel like I should be at in my life right now. It I'm not, and that's partially because of that reason.
of
Now I
that
make
reason.
sure everybody had the support they need. My sister, she graduated not once but twice, master's degree. She has a mini mansion. She stay on the suburbs of Dallas. She married, 2 kids. Hey, I made sure that you were good to make you get where you needed to go. And the difference between me and my sister that she don't mind asking for help. If she needed, she gonna ask. I'm not. I was taught early on at a young age that if I ask for help, it's gonna get thrown in my face. So I
Mm-hmm.
never did. And yeah, after
Yeah.
that, I just said, you know what? I survival. I've been in survival mode. So that healing thing that you're saying you're talking about, I never got that from my parents, even before she passed. Never got that. My
Mm.
dad, we've never had a heart-to-heart man conversation about the trauma and all the things that I had to learn. I had to learn forgiveness to forgive him for the things that I felt he wasn't present for. I had to do it through therapy and on my
You
own.
had to do on your own.
I had to do it on my
Yeah.
own. So
So
yeah.
yes,
And I'm still like I say, it's still a struggle today. It's still
of
something I
course.
have to deal with because
So where you are with it, Carl? Like briefly, like where are you with it
day by day,
day
it's
by
still a
day?
struggle. What I love about after my because you gotta realize when my mom passed away, I was like 34. You let me in entertainment. Y'all see me doing music. I'm an actor. I'm a host. I've been in entertainment since I was a kid. Like one thing I did when we were talking about childhood, middle school. One thing I didn't mention is that with the type of activities I did, drama. I was in all the clubs, all the
Yes,
plays.
yes. How you
That's
gonna
what I
forget
did.
that? Yeah.
I forgot that in high school. Some things you just forget. Like the high school, they had a audition where they went to like it was a modeling of like a talent agent. They were
Mhm.
picking 500 kids out the entire state of Michigan. So they went to like 400 some schools in the state of Michigan, and they needed 500 kids, and they picked me and my best friend, one of my best friends named Denise. Out of we were two of the kids that were picked, and they just basically set us down like y'all got something, y'all talented, we can get y'all some gigs, but we gonna tell y'all this is not a
It's not for the weak.
it's not promising.
It's not for the weak. Yeah.
It's not for the week, basically. And we had to have some conversations like, do we want to go to college or do we want to say bunk all of that and just go to a talent agency and just wing it? And we just never did. And I'm thinking like, okay, by the time I get to college and stuff, I'll be able to. This opportunity should come around again. When all the stuff happened with my mom and all that, I never got to do it. In 2017, I was struggling because you gotta know this is the at will state, and you can't legally, unless they're in danger to someone or themselves, you can't put mentally ill people in the hospital.
Well,
So
right.
I couldn't get her to volunteer. By
Mm-hmm.
2017, I finally got her to. I convinced her, thank God, to finally go to the hospital and where she got treatment, and she was able to function on her own. And the first thing she said is, "I don't want to live in Georgia anymore. I want to take a step on my own, and I want to move to Texas." My
Okay.
sister here. My
Okay.
sister came and got her. I sent her to my sister, and I said, "Now I'm here. Like I've been taking care of me and my mama
Now you
for
got to
almost
do you. You
10
could do
years.
you.
What do I do?" And I'm
Right.
looking
Like,
like.
like what's
I'm
up
like,
for
what? And
me?
I thought, like, what have
Yeah.
you always wanted to do, Karl? And that's when I jumped right into acting, music, and that's where y'all see the K stars. Y'all look at me.
I was gonna ask you, like,
That's how we got here.
When did call me K Star? That's what I was
Karl
gonna
Miller
get
K
into.
star in 2017. I've always had the name because I'm a big Trina fan. So K star derives from King
Rockstar.
Rockstar,
Yeah.
which I the rock star is a Trina. So that's where it came from. When I first
Uh-huh.
got into entertainment, I did a web series. It was a show. Shout out to Raheem Brazil. I did that with him with Miss Tony Bryce. Shout out to Tony. I was in that with her. And I ended up auditioning to be a host of a radio show at our heart radio station. I ended up getting it, and
Mm.
I needed a radio name, and I didn't want to use Karl, and I just took the King Rockstar. I said, "Oh, K Star," and I went by K Star in the mornings.
Okay.
So that's what I did. I did
Yeah.
radio, and that's where I
Oh
met a couple of the
wow.
web series people that was coming in the first time. Rico Cassadine, somebody we're not for longer, no longer friends now, but we started our careers together. We both started on the same
Oh
radio station. So yeah.
yeah. Wow. So it started from radio, and then so how you get into the reality TV space?
Reality TV space. My best friend Tremel. He was on G
Shout out to
Status, if
Jamel.
people remember that.
Yes, yes.
And he was new to reality TV as well. He was approached to be on the show. And he asked me, like, after, like, I think midway through the season, or like when it was almost over, he's like, he wanted to get in the podcast and start, interviewing people and stuff, but he didn't want to do it by himself. And he's just like, I feel like we got a good dynamic. We both Leos. I think it'll work. I said, you know what? Hell yeah, I do radio and stuff now. Like, yeah, let's do it. We started the Corporate Mouth, and
Yes.
opportunities just start coming from there. Show opportunities, reality TV. I've done a couple reality shows where they asked me to be a cast member, but they never really came out, so nobody never saw them.
Okay.
And yeah, you just never saw them, and that was it. So I
That
think
was
the
it.
first one that I did that actually came out was Web Life. And mind you, I got that position because they originally casted Miss Tony Bryce and she declined. And I replaced Tony Bryce on Web Life. And then
Oh,
at
okay.
the moment, this year, we're both on Chasing together.
Divine order. Yeah.
Well, ain't that how that works? So yeah. That's how
Yeah,
that
exactly. So now let me ask you, so you got to reality space, but then you decided to want to go and do your own thing and do your own show. So that's where the scene
Yeah.
comes in. So talk about the
So
scene ATL.
the scene ATL, so for after a while, Chasing, if y'all remember, Chasing season 7 had stopped. They had stopped. So G Status had been stopped, and we had other shows like The Circle, On the Way
Yes.
Up. It was a lot of different shows that were out at the time. Some odd reason around this time that Chasing stopped, all the shows pretty much stopped at the same time. So we didn't really have nothing going on in the entertainment, entertainment space for a good time. So we were like, you know what? So me and shout out to my girl JT, we were talking like, we should do our own show. We didn't been, all these shows that don't be handling us correctly. We might as well go ahead and do this and just do this on our own. So we're gonna talk about it, but we like, you know what? It costs a little bit more. We're gonna revisit this. We were have every life be happening. We like,
Yes.
I got this going on. Of course, my music career had really taken off when I first started it. So shout out to Rashawn, that was my manager at the time, and she had me booked literally every week. If it wasn't, she had me in Miami, Detroit. She had me in Texas. She had me playing. She had me performing. I was everywhere. So it was like, we're gonna revisit this later. So we talked about this again. I think 2023. We decided to do it again, and we like, you know what? Let's talk about. We kind of like, we had more of a basis now. So we figured out how we was gonna get it. Ironically, everybody that y'all see featured on the show was who we had in mind from the very beginning.
Pin bookmark that. All right, because I want to know, before you get to the cast, I want to know, can you walk us through, Karl, like I said, once again, cliff notes on how the whole setup works when it comes to reality TV, how to put it all together, from getting the idea, pitching it, and I know this is coming from your pockets as well. So there's no big network backing. This all independent. So briefly walk us through that process of you getting that idea together, you're coming together, you have this idea, and so can you walk us through the process?
Yeah, so basically the process of it was just really basically from ground up. Shooting these shows that never came out, and then shooting things like Web Life that I had done before, and of course JT being familiar with it as well. Then we bring my best friend Scotty into the mix. Scotty reviews reality TV. He eat, breathe it. So with that being said, we was like, you know what? We have enough. It felt like Captain Planet with our powers combined, bitch. We can make something happen because we got a gist of how this can work. But so basically, we just came up with a blueprint, like how this gonna work. This isn't the first time I try to take a shot at doing my own show. I've tried it a long time ago, even when I was still taking care of my mama. I tried it, but it's like, of course, I ain't had the time nor the energy to deal with it then. But it was something that I was still passionate about, so it's things that I did make. So I kind of had an idea of how I wanted to do it, but I did, of course, use the powers from those two to kind of like get out how we want to go about doing it. We came with an idea, but like everybody has so much other stuff going on. We said we're not gonna revisit. So I think here we come up on the end of 2024. We like, you know what? We gonna sit down and do this. Let's sit down and do it. We came out with a little plan, and I said, "What we gonna go?" We kept saying that's the show. The show. I was like, we need to name it something. And I was like, how about we call it I said, I'm gonna call it the scene because I said for some reason I see the scene.
Yeah, what is it about? What about the scene? What was this? What about
the scene was a filler name. I just said the scene just so we could understand that show. So I said we're gonna call it the scene. I said I'm not saying that's the name, so I want you because I thought they thought it was stupid. So I'm like, I'm gonna say the scene because I'm like the scene ATL had a ring to it, but I said I don't know if I want to keep that name because it kind of sounds silly. So I'm like, I'm gonna say the scene. I said so the name of the show, the scene, is that we're gonna be making, and then we were talking about it. Then mind you, we were getting right into the gist of like cameramen. Who's gonna possible cast members, when we're gonna start filming, we get to a schedule, and then I think we had another meeting set up the week after. Chasen said they were announcing their casting for season 7, and me and JT, and me and JT said, you know what? Let's put a pin in this because she said I want to do production over there so I can learn more from them because they have a very successful show. I said, well, girl, I was supposed to apply for season 5, didn't. I was gonna do it on season 6. They didn't even cast for season 6, and then they canceled the show. So this is my chance to actually apply to be on the damn show. So yeah, let's put a pin in this, and then we're gonna go for Chasen. So we went to Chasen. Like JT ended up getting announced to be working with production. She got on there. I said, okay, now I'm gonna apply. I had an interview, made it to the second round, all that good stuff. Come on, singing ATL. So I made after that. I said, so we applied. So Chasen went through their auditions, and after they announced, they picked their cast, and my name was not one of them. So yeah, I didn't make it. So I said, okay.
So that was divine order. Okay, back to the scene.
You see what I'm getting? You can see where I'm getting there.
Yep.
So I had an album, The Throat Factory, in stores now. It's supposed to came out.
You better plug it in.
It's supposed to came out in December of 2024. But because when they made that announcement, I said, you know what? I can push that album back to March, apply for the show, get on it, and then my storyline is me releasing my album. It worked. Then I can promote my album. It just made
you had it all planned out.
I had it all planned out. Like what they say, you want to make God laugh, tell him your plan.
Right.
That's exactly what happened. So that was my plan. So they gave me with a thank you for auditioning, maybe next time. And I said, oh, okay, well. Mind you, there was a show called Real Life in Music. Shout out to Greg. He was doing their season 3. Everybody, the fan, like there are supporters of fans out here.
Yeah, and I'm looking shit on a rich nigga pole and I'm getting rich. Sucked on his dick till I got a little this ass so fat.
I'm so nasty.
I know, right?
Yeah. So after that, Real Life Music was Greg. I do a lot of work with Real Life Reality. He said he was considering casting me for Real Life and Reality, which I got to interview him, so I need to hurry up. Got to interview with him later on today. But he said he wanted me to be on that show, but he said I figured when they, I see all the fans always say they want you on Chasen, so I figured that's where you was gonna be at. So I didn't cast you to be over here. So mind you, they already 2-3 months and they filming and just said, well, we're gonna cast somebody else. All right, congratulations. I'm sure you'll make Chasen. And then we already put a pin in the scene. So I'm like, so now I went to having all these other shows I could have been on to now it's January, February. I ain't got none. So I'm like, and my album come out in a month. And I'm like, I'm not going to push it back. I said, we're just going to let it come out in March. I'm going to do as much promo as I can by myself. And that's just going to be it. So after my album came out in March, I did my promo. I did my shows. I went on a couple interviews, promoted it and whatnot. I said, that's done. So I said, since I'm not on no show, 2025 is going to be dedicated to me. I booked trips to New Orleans, Dubai. I was finna be out of here. I went, my homegirls was going to Miami. I've already booked and paid for that. So I'm ready to go.
Right.
So
yes.
I come back and then there were some things happen behind the scenes that we'll get into later with Chasing Reality Brand. Some cast members ended up leaving, and I got a call from Mr. Dario Abrams himself and said, would you like to have another interview to be back a part of the cast right now? What? Of course. So by then it's kind of like, all right, I'm gonna do that. But I'm jumping too far ahead. While I wasn't doing it, nothing. My album came out. It's like end of March. JT hit me, said, "Oh, we need to do the same. Like we need to do it now." And I'm like, "Okay." She's like, "So how you want to do it?" I said, "Okay, we're gonna do this the right way. We need to go get an LLC. We need contracts made up. We need to get rights and stuff. We got to get everything, bank accounts open. Let's do this the correct way." We did that. I assigned her some things. She assigned me some tasks. We worked together. Boom, we got it. So I said, all right, we're official now. Now let's the cast. Now the cast y'all see was not the only cast. That was a cast, but it was like 3 other people that was in there. We lost them along the way.
Yeah. So talk about the cast. Like how do you the cast?
Yeah,
What makes you
Scotty,
part of the cast?
Delon, DJ, Bando, myself, and JT. So it was kind of like we're gonna get together, and it was like I think we had 3 other cast members that were a part of that. But one was my ex-boyfriend, which y'all did see on the cast. He quit after he thought he was being set up. You know, some people you just can't, and I can't
Oh,
with. So
oh,
if he think you setting up, I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not with you
right,
anymore. So I'm not obligated to tell you that. Why would I bring her to set you up? You know, I'm not that type of
right,
person. That's not tells you
right.
with me. You should have been paying attention. Apparently, you weren't paying attention when we was together because you know that ain't even my character. But anyway, if you want to leave, you can leave. So you go ahead and go. The other girl, she was just present for her work scenes, but she wouldn't do anything with the group. And she's a trans woman, beautiful talent. She's a great artist, but she couldn't make group scenes, and her being in it wouldn't have made sense. So we had to let her go. Another guy, just he thought he was bigger than the program, and I had to let him know that he was not, and he was dismissed as well. So I
Right,
said, you
right.
know what?
Stage
We
left.
gonna deal with people who want to be here and not giving me a hard time. It's my first time, and let's let y'all give you a little tidbit. The scene was making a television show was a lot harder than y'all think it is. Because
Yes,
I used to
yes.
be the producer. We were like, why don't they just do this and why don't they do that? Y'all ain't doing nothing but filming the show, putting it together, and putting it out. It's
Mhm.
way harder than I
That's
thought
from
it was.
after looking in. Yes, of
Yeah,
course.
it's so much harder than I thought. You got to realize all the behind the scenes and all the things that you got to put into it. Then you got to deal with the cast, their attitudes, and all they many things they got going on. I'm not dealing with nobody else's attitude, so it's a lot going on. I don't know what's in the bag. So it's just like it's a lot that dealing with different personalities and making sure that everybody's where they're supposed to be at, when they're supposed to be there. The scenes go the right times, everybody's on time. It's a lot. It's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that I think people don't realize to give y'all that quality entertainment. It's a lot going on. It's hard.
True,
So
true.
I mind you, when I got done with the scene, I had to do everybody producer I ever went off in or had something smart to say. I'm like, would like to apologize to all y'all to y'all face because I had no idea it was that difficult. I had no idea it was
Oh
that
yeah,
hard. So
yes,
yeah,
it
I
is.
found out and I did apologize. So after that, yeah.
Right.
Um yeah,
Carl, will there be the scene season 2?
we are currently in production.
Ah,
And
okay.
we're doing members only over on Stylist TV. We'll be announcing pretty soon. We're gonna give y'all a little bit more inside tea on what's going on with that. But yeah, it's we got way the scene when we first came out the first season, it was like begging people to be a part of it. This one, we have to turn a few people away because we got way too many applicants.
Right, yeah, because that's how it is though.
We got
When
way too many now.
because I guess they have to. Yeah, I guess it's
You have to see it. And we knew
presentation. You have
that.
to present it. You
They
present
have
a
to see it
presentation.
first.
Yes, yes. And so
So
now
yeah,
they
so
know.
now it's like we got to do some major shifting now to see exactly who we're gonna do it. And mind you, I have a
Uh
team
oh.
that's gonna do it because
Uh
I'm not
oh.
doing that by my. Y'all ain't gonna put that on me. So
Oh,
we
okay.
got a team and we're gonna vote, and that's how we're
We
gonna
gotta
pick the
talk. We
candidate.
gotta talk backstage, Carl. We gotta talk with me.
We do. So I
Yes,
give you that tidbit there because that's what's going on
yes,
with that.
yeah. But
And
stay
then
behind.
after that, we got to rolling that. That's when I got the call about chasing, and I said, well, you know what? Chasing's where I wanted to be in. Of course, this is my show. The scene ain't here.
Right. So
So
how did
I
you manage
noticed.
that?
So what I did was took to Scotty. So when we first did a scene, I was the anchor. I was the center of the show. Scotty, when I look, we tell people to submit their scenes and put their story in. Scotty had the most scenes submitted out of everybody. I said, Scotty, heart to heart, let me hold your hand, bitch. You got to drive this train. Because I gotta drive this one over there. Because I'm like, I already know what's going over there, but I gotta come there and spice things up and give all my personality over there. And I got so much things between the trips I had already planned because I didn't think I was gonna do anything. And I'm doing Greg ended up calling me to do Real Life season 3 that's airing right now. I end up doing that first. So I just finished season 3, started the scene, and then started doing chasing. And mind you, I didn't think I was gonna be doing none of that. So I already planned a bunch of trips. And now I gotta do all this filming. And
And you
mind
still work a regular job?
yes, it still worked 9 to 5.
I mean, and you sleep and when you?
I did not. I did
Oh my
not.
gosh.
2025 was the year of no sleep. I did
Mhm.
not. And mind you, because he took the anchor position, everybody else started filming more. I start filming less. So the entire season that y'all seen of the scene, I filmed all of that.
Okay.
With the exception of I filmed like 85% of 15%, of course, I was with chasing and couldn't do it. Somebody else had to. But 85% of the season, that's all me. So I was literally at every scene, but
Mhm.
I was I was a producer behind the scenes. So I basically filmed everything. So, but after that, I would leave those places, change shirt, change hat. I'm sitting in the chasing scene. Then these are chasing scene. I'm going to film somebody else's scene. Then I will come home, go to bed, get up, do it all over again. Then after I get done, like, ooh, I got to breathe her up. You got a trip plan, got to pack, you got to go out of town. Then when you get back, there's another thing you got to film for somebody else because they have an event up, and then chasing doing something. You got to do that. So it was like that for like 6 months.
And you doing panels and stuff.
Panels. Then mind you, yeah, the panels too. So we still did the chasing panel. Yeah, it was a lot going on. Then after that, you got to do the green screens for my show, the green screens for chasing, the promo for the scene, then the promo for chasing, the world premiere party. Then 2026, I get to watch all of it go, and now to get on panels and talk about all of it. Every show. I had
ain't that something?
I'd have had them for the
and watch you in my but just kind of look at what you've done. Ain't that something?
And it is. I love to see all this stuff, but 2025 was a big year. And mind you, I took a long break. And I know we've been talking forever because we'll be here 6 hours talking about my life and all the things I can tell you, but it's just a lot going on that I'm just like, we'll be here all night. It's a lot of things. Even my chapter from entertainment until now is just as long as like my childhood up until now. Like it's a lot that has transpired. Like we would definitely have to. I would love because I was late. I think we need to do another part 2 at some point.
Yes.
I come in here and grab. We need to tell you a whole bunch because we can really.
Please do.
Because I like this. This was therapeutic for me. Because I talk about stuff with you. I ain't talked. I realized stuff I ain't even mentioned in a while. So I enjoyed this.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm glad I was able to provide that safe space.
Yes, I ain't talking about stuff in a while. You didn't dug up all stuff I forgot about.
But so Karl, you talking about and you talk about all the work that you put in. And you sit back, all right. So like you sitting back, you watching yourself here, there, your music, TV, and you look back. What do you say?
I say, and I thank you. I'm proud. This is what I like to do. Like if I could get paid what I make now at my job to do this all day,
right? Can you imagine?
I can do reality TV, scripted reality, a TV show. Hosting something already, I could do that. This is what I do all day. Talking to people, making jokes, making people laugh, reaching out to the masses. That's my passion. If I can do that all day and get paid money to do that, which I do, but it ain't enough for me to stop working. Okay,
right? No, right. I get it because you still got bills.
Paid actor.
You need steady income. You need steady income.
I'm a paid artist. Remember that, but it's not enough to say, hey.
You need dental. You need health benefits.
Listen, I can't throw caution to the wind. Okay, but yeah, I do make money.
I always say that, But so what's next for you?
More money, more life, more spirituality, more gigs, more performances, more albums, more music coming on the way, more opportunities. Chasing was a place I've always wanted to get in. It's a very big platform. I feel like it's a milestone that I needed to reach. And this was an amazing opportunity because this is something me and my best friend was one of our main goals was to get on this show. So I'm just mad she's not here for it. But I know she's here in spirit. But this, I feel like she put this on me to understand. So yeah, this is where we're at. This is where more. That's all. The name of the next is more.
More. Yes, absolutely. So Karl, let me ask you this. So now, some years from now, because you know, this is like the era of biopics. So if they was to do a biopic about you, who will play you?
Who would play me? I don't honestly, if they did a biopic about me and I was, because I know I'm gonna be that rich and famous person, I would go get somebody that's I couldn't even tell you, it'd be somebody that would be in the LGBT community and an unnamed person. There is so many unnamed, talented, independent actors and actresses out here that we need to start using and putting them to work. Like y'all, everybody talks, oh yeah, people, we got Denzels and Will Smiths. Them they from my era when I was a kid.
Flavor Flav.
Like they've been out here. Shut up, Nikki. But those are people that's like, we're talking about some of your top actors right now are still actors that were out when I was a kid. Like there is so much talent out here right now that y'all could be using.
It is.
Y'all not taking advantage of. And I think social media and the internet has ruined that because back then you rely on the casting agencies and they cast off Instagram now. TikTok, so they don't need the casting agencies and stuff. You got to go to school for like you used to back in the day. You got enough followers, you could be in a movie.
Yes, yeah, that's true.
So I would go back to that. So I couldn't name anybody out here right now. It would be somebody that's in one of my peers that's out here right now that's doing it and grinding like I am. That's who will play me.
Okay, I mean, duly noted. Yeah. So now I want to have a this has been fun all along, but I'll have a little bit more fun with you.
But we got
Yeah, hold on to that script though.
I
Before
got
we
a sec.
get to the
You
script.
don't pulling it up.
Yeah, before we get to the
Uh-huh.
script, I want us to do just a little bit of this or that. All right. Let me hold on. I'll wait till you get yourself together.
Hold
now.
on,
I
yeah.
don't want you to be distracted. Yeah. Yeah, so we're just gonna wait on Carl to get himself together.
I'm there. I try to catch my phone.
Are you good? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. Mind you, I got to stand up here. I ain't even freaking using it. What be wrong with me? Got the equipment and just ain't doing nothing with it. Just sitting right here. Oh. All right. Okay, that's on there. All right, go ahead.
All right.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, you're ready. All right. So
All right.
I want to just do just a little bit of this or that.
Okay, this or that. Let's do it.
All right.
Here they come, yo. Here they come.
All right. So this or that. So I'm going to be random. I'm going to come up with some random stuff, and you got to choose one or the other. You can't plead the fifth. You can't say both. One or the other.
Okay.
That's about it, right? And I'm be a little messy, but
I love messy. Let's do it.
I'm come from a good place though. All right. So, lo mein or fa?
Lemaine.
Okay.
Mhm.
Plums or peaches?
Plum.
Okay. Music or reality TV?
Music.
JT or Tramel?
Oh, that's a hard one. Why would you been real messy? I don't know how to do that. Oh, it depends on the situation. I can say either one, but I've known Tramel's the longest, so it would be Tramel. That's my ride or die for quite some time. But JT
Okay.
the sister, but it would be Tramel for that.
Okay, all right. So, because I love music, so most of it's going to be music. So, I just want to get you, I'm gonna get a taste of your palate. Like, are you into old school? Like,
Yes.
Yeah, because I kind of figured that. Okay, okay. So, I just had this. It's fine. The tip of my tongue. I had the other person's name. Oh, Jermaine Dupri or Teddy Riley.
Whew.
I know, right? I know, right?
Huh.
Yeah, no shade to JC.
Ooh, for me, oh God, cause Teddy the GOAT, but Jermaine is like for my taste of music.
Yeah,
Jermaine
okay.
is like the producer for the shit that I like to listen to. So, but Teddy though, I'm gonna go for me. I'm gonna say JD for me.
JD,
That's
okay.
hard. Ooh, that's hard.
Yeah, I know, right?
I know it's gonna be hard. I'm like, ooh, that's hard.
Ain't I stinker though?
Okay, that's hard.
Okay, Jennifer Hudson or Fantasia?
Fantasia.
that was quick.
Very
Okay.
quick.
All right. So, Angela Bassett or Viola Davis?
Now they both have the same long and run career, but I feel like my girl Angela has not got her just dues, and she out of the two, for Angela Bassett for me. Yeah, but
yeah,
that was my girl though. So yeah, but it's Angela for me.
Yeah, okay. Now, and I know it's like a series in a movie, but Players Club or All the Queen's Men?
Players Club. What?
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. So, let me. I want to get you good now, Karl. Okay. I want to get you real good. All right. Now I know you into the spiritual thing, so I don't know how far deep you go into the gospel music, but let me ask you this. Okay. So, a few. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna see how few y'all see how far you can go. I'm gonna test it out and see. Okay. All right. B. Slade or Jonathan McReynolds?
I would have to go be Slade. That's like one I reckon. I don't only one I know.
Oh no, Jordan. Okay, no,
I
let me
don't
go.
know
Let
yet.
me,
I know
all
be
right, let me-
Slade, but I don't know the other one. I have no idea. who
okay,
it
so
is.
let me do another one. Let me do another
Okay.
one. All right. Hezekiah or John P. Key?
See, it's funny. I know Hezekiah, but I don't know the other one. I'm not big on gospel music, so when I say I was very
Okay.
like
I
gospel,
mean,
be
even if
different.
you're not, you
Yeah.
I used to be familiar with Hezekiah Walker, not John P. Key. Oh Lord.
I know
Oh
Hezekiah
Lord.
Walker. I do not know the other one. Yeah.
Okay, palpitation, palpitation. Oh,
I
Lord
know.
Jesus.
I know.
Okay,
I'm not gonna hold you, and I'll
okay.
tell you a little reason.
Lord.
Going to church and being so like with all traumatized by some black churches, it made me not do it. And then as I got older, I dated so many church men. Very bad. If I hear gospel music, sometimes it triggers me. I'll be like, I don't even want to do it.
Oh,
I don't even
okay.
want to
All
do
right.
it. So, but I
Okay.
do like church music. So some
Okay.
things I
All right.
will
All
hear
right.
and be like, I like, but I'm not tell you how gospel stuff really sometimes triggers
Okay.
me
No
because
pressure.
I deal
No.
with so many demons that
Okay.
claim they love the Lord.
Okay. I know. All right. No, duly noted. All right.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So let's shift a little bit.
Okay.
All right. So bacon or sausage?
Sausage.
Home fries or grits?
Home fries.
Scrambled or sunny side up?
Scrambled. It didn't even matter. It's scrambled. I don't know the rest of that. I don't even want that.
Okay. All right. Olive Garden or Cheesecake Factory?
Olive Garden.
Okay.
Mhm.
I want to get you good. I want to. I want to stump you because
You want to give me
you going
again?
too. Yeah, you're
See,
doing too well. You're doing too good with this. I gotta get it. I want to
I'm
make
a
sure.
simple man, so it don't like me. Usually, what you said, I probably already know what my choice probably gonna be for some of these.
Oh, all right. Okay. Okay. All right. God. TTB or the Royal Couch.
The Royal Couch.
All right. So,
Mhm.
yeah. Right.
That's who stopped. That's who started us out. The corporate mouth. Royal Couch is the goat. That they helped me start.
Shout out to both. Shout out to
Shout out to the Royal
BD and
Couch,
Representative
bitch.
King. Yeah.
That's who helped. They gave me all the things I needed. That king of them
Oh. Oh.
forever.
All right. All right.
I messed with them. They helped me when I knew I was green.
He said I was green.
Green didn't know nothing. That's who helped me with everything. So shout out to the Royal Couch.
All right. So now we're going to get into our scene. So you got your script
Okay.
ready?
Okay, you
Got
ready?
your script? All right.
Yeah,
So,
none
all
of
right.
it.
So what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. You good, Carl? 'Cause I
I
don't
got
wanna-
I'm here. I'm ready.
Okay. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to act the part.
Yes.
Action.
So, Carl, I got to coach you on this one because I know you're not without talent.
Okay.
So you never know who's watching, Carl.
I
So I
got you.
want you to give this performance all you got.
Okay.
I
What's up?
want you to give it all because this is going to take you places. I just
Okay.
feel it. So are
Let's
you
do it.
ready, K-Star? Are
I'm
you
ready.
ready?
Let's do this.
All right. Action. So I was the one. I picked her up with those so-called friends that are down,
Mhm.
I was the one. I took her in when I full put her out.
Girl, you know I know.
A true friend indeed. I mean, I was there when it just went down.
I know, girl.
Caught him with her coming from in and out of town. Like, why?
I don't know why, but I really
Why?
believe.
Why?
It's okay. I know why.
Why? Why?
Listen. Stop crying. I'm gonna get somebody over there. Why? I'm gonna get somebody over there. Girl, just wait. I'm gonna get somebody over there right now.
I can't believe he slept with her behind my back. I can't believe he slept with her behind my back.
I can't
I
believe
went
it.
on the limb, I even covered up to keep this thing intact. That's the thing that hurts me the
I know.
most.
I know you did.
I mean, what I had in me was something so real that was hard to come by.
Yeah, I know. Keep to tell me.
But he betrayed me. He betrayed me.
I know we did. Good. Let's let it out. It's all right.
There was a photo and some laundry that I found.
You found what? Girl, tell me else. Tell me what else happened.
Tell me why.
It's all right. Take your time.
Tell me why. He was everything to me. Now he's at the door. He's history.
I don't know.
History. I'm so done with him. I'm done with his ass.
I know that's right.
We could have had everything. I just can't believe it. I was like, oh,
You know
hold
what?
on. Wait a minute. I need more tears.
Wait. You know what? Stop. Call him up.
Oh my God.
No, listen. You need to call him right now.
I
Listen, call him. I'm telling you, you need to call him right now.
know. Okay.
Right now. Like, are you calling him or why are you not calling him? Call him.
Okay.
All right. We switching over.
Who's this?
This Mr. Biggs.
Oh, how you doing, Mr. Biggs?
Can you tell me what the fuck is going on?
What you mean? What you mean? What's going on?
Don't act stupid, but you know Kelly told me that you're sleeping with another woman.
Now, just because she see me with her, it doesn't mean that I'm sleeping with her.
Well, if you ain't sleeping with her, what the fuck you doing with her?
I could just be talking to her.
Or you could just be fucking with her. Now, let me tell you something. Now, we're going to talk about this man to man. Now, we both know this game. We know how this go.
But wait a minute.
Now, you know all about this heartache and pain shit. You know how it does when you deal with people. You know this is my goddaughter. And you're always trying to protect her heart. Okay?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, she just may be in a moon to you, but you already know she's my stars. Okay? Carly, take this phone and tell him what you're talking about because I ain't got time for this shit.
Well, she was my best friend. She was my best friend. He was my goddamn husband.
Yeah.
But I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you no more. I don't want you. She was a leaf in your life, but I was the root to your tree.
The root to your tree, bitch.
The root to your tree. Oh God.
Look, you would end your acting. Give an Oscar to you. Scene. Bitch, reading them lyrics like actual words is crazy.
It's right.
Y'all hear like, I know the song. Like, what the hell is going on?
Right, because you think of the melody.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah, but you did your big one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I knew I had to do this with you. I was like,
Then my phone and went all the way up. I'm like, oh shit, where we at? I'm like, when is it don't say like Mr. Big. It just got them all written there.
Right,
like,
yeah.
Where the hell am I?
But that's why I had to that's why I need to add more little ad libs. Let me do a little bit more ad libs. And I was like, I need more tears.
Wow, man. Damn it, I'm on. I need to switch over.
Yeah. So Karl, what, you good?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be promoting the I'll do some promo over here while I'm over here. So I am hosting the after show for the Starry Awards, and we were actually supposed to be doing a promo right now. I'm just behind everything, just me. I gotta work late, so let's everything up. So
so let's wrap this up. So I need to ask these last two questions though before we wrap up. But I'll wait till you finish.
No, go ahead. I'm done.
Okay. So I gotta ask you because it's a question I love to ask, and I love the responses. So Karl, if you were able to have 5 people at the seat of your table, dead or alive, who would they be and why? I need the why for each one.
I want my mom for one. Just so we can. I mean, I just want to have my mom. I mean, I feel like losing your mom in your 30s. That's something you really can't explain to people. Being at such a young age, and you still have your mom around, and it's the moments I had it, I probably wanted to share with her that I couldn't. So of course, my best friend D. Rashawn. That's somebody I had to be here. She was like, we're like 2 peas in a pod. And I feel like all the things going on, we could have really took things a lot further together. And we just, because I helped her strive her stuff. She helped me strive us. I could just imagine where me and her would be at together right now. Of course, I'm sharing a moment. It's going to be with her. It's going to be all ladies at my table. Nikki, of course.
Okay.
That's my girl. She always holds me down in the midst of everything. I would say my sister. That's like, she's like, we don't talk as often as we did when we were kids because we've grown, live our own lives. When we do, it's like an unbreakable bond. And I always share everything with my sister. So shout out to my sister, her Keena. And then I have a favorite cousin. Her name is Laniqua. Another one. She's like my baby sister. We just got that bond. So those are people I know. I would sit at the table. I would want those people at the table with me. So because I know those people always they have my back, thick or thin, good, bad, or indifferent.
I love it. You know, the pillars of the ladies.
Of
Ladies
course,
are your
Tiffany,
pillars. Yeah.
I can only bring so many people to
Bring,
this
bring
table.
so many. There's only 5. You know.
And don't tell Tiffany I didn't say her name because
Yeah,
she'll
no,
be out later.
no.
But yeah, if I got Tiffany at the table, she can sit on my lap. So Tiffany too. That's me and Danita. That's Danita DeRashon's best friend, and we're like that. She's the girl, I'm the boy. So we got really close because of our best friend with her.
Because that right,
my baby mama. So of course she would. So Tiffany too.
So who will get the big piece of chicken and why?
My mom.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom.
Nice.
She would get that because she's my mom. It's just like, I don't know. I just feel like my mom gave birth to me. She's the reason why I am. I do have a lot of her personality in me, good, bad, and indifferent. So yeah, I feel like she would deserve it, and I feel like that would be my giving thanks to her. So I will give it to her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so this is a question that comes from the late great James Lipton from inside the actor studio. So K-Star, when you enter into the pearly gates, what would you want God to say?
Good job.
All right.
That's
all
it.
right.
Good job over there. Let me show you to your suite.
Yes.
Okay?
Right this way.
Okay, right this way. Not damn. Let's
right.
up with here.
Right. So Karl, so before we had I know you have to head out soon. So any final words for us or any other promo you want to plug in?
The final part of Chasing Atlanta is on now, so y'all can go catch that or gets the replay. Like, comment, subscribe to Chasing Reality. We are wrapping up season 7. Thank everybody for support. The Scene ATL is also on YouTube. You can watch the entire season plus the reunion, all on Stylish TV. My third show, Real Life and Music season 3, is premiering just now. We're only 2 episodes in. Y'all go catch that on Real Life and Reality. So those are 3 places you can catch me at. My album, is my new album right now, Throat Factories, in stores now, all music platforms. You'll get that. I have a remix coming soon, the Twerk Shit, the remix with Marley J. That's my brother. He's from Chasing Orlando. We are dropping that in the next month or so. And I am dropping a couple of new singles. I am doing a whole nother EP that y'all will be getting this year as well, too. I am hosting the Starry Awards in June. I am up for 3 awards.
Congrats.
Go check that out. Support the Boss Baby Awards. I just won an award over there last month. So yeah, it's a lot happening. Yeah, I bet it's a lot going on with this right now.
Yeah, but congrats on everything. I mean, it's amazing. Everything, and God bless you on everything that you do. And you continue to remain steadfast in your journey. And I'm just grateful to be a part of it, even if it's.
Thank you for having me. This is one of the best interviews I've had. So I really appreciate that. This was really great. And then if y'all still on, after I leave here, show on over to Real Life and Reality because I gotta go on that live next.
Oh yeah, you said what was it? Real life?
Real life reality.
Real life reality.
We'll be promoting for the Star Awards that I'm hosting that I am not there for right now.
All right, so please give it up for K-Star so you can get over there to that side. Please follow him there. Follow him there.
Okay.
Yeah, follow him. Follow K-Star there. Right. Yeah.
But
yes. Yeah. God bless you.
Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead. Let me.
All right. So there you have it. K-Star was in the building, y'all. And I thank y'all so much for the support I've been given in the chat, in the bushes, those who's going to catch the replay. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, K-Star. May God bless you on your journey. And I do mean that. I mean, you have an amazing ride ahead of you. I mean, you've climbed this far by faith and, pun intended. I just really, really appreciate him coming in and sharing such personal details of his journey, being so transparent about his family dynamics and his career and, where he got going on moving forward. So please make sure that you follow him on all platforms. Like I said before, the links are going to be in the description box. And I want y'all to just support me too now. Come to see me too, Ike, and support me. And do what my boy Calvin Michaels was saying.
Like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, you gotta like, share, and subscribe.
Ooh, I like that.
You like the content,
Yes,
share,
I
and
like that.
subscribe. Oh, you got to like, share, and subscribe.